I told them in the strongest of words to just do it.
You see, this is a we just do it kind of show.
Open wide for some soccer!
It's all here. Fast kicking, low scoring, and ties. You bet.
Episode 744.
Are you a boner guy?
Oh, I was a boner guy.
You know what? I miss penis.
What are you talking about?
I'm the one who should apologize.
Is it going to be absolutely riveting? Is it going to change your life by any stretch? Probably not, but it's going to be at least entertaining, okay?
By the way, for those people that are in the back, remember to shut the fuck up.
Mattio!
Cuz-a-roo.
Slap-a-rooney.
It's showtime.
WATP.
WATP.
Hello, everybody. It's Cuz-a-roos. Welcome to another episode of Who Are This Podcast, the only show that officially does more episodes per week than Howard Stern. I'm your host, Carl. With me every Wednesday, the found actor who hasn't worked in years, according to a senile grump with alopecia, it's Adam Bush.
I'm so hungry. I'm so lonely.
Producer Chris is here as well.
I have alopecia too.
Go to whoarethese.com, get our email address, voicemail number, link to the subreddit, link to the Discord server, link to our merchandise, link to our YouTube channel, and that link to Patreon and Supercast, featuring 2 exclusive bonus episodes every month. It's been a while since we did a Living in the Past with Stuttering John.
Correct.
I'm thinking this Sunday.
Ooh.
Oh, this Sunday's the World Cup final.
Ooh. I thought it was Saturday at 5.
Saturday's the third place game.
Ooh.
Sunday's the final.
All right.
Maybe we can schedule around that and do a bonus show. What do you think, Producer Chris?
I'm in.
Can we make that happen?
Yes.
No, we just got to get Jen on board with that. She's like, no, I want to watch the pregame. I want to watch the postgame. All right, we got to do a podcast, though, Jen. Come on. That's how we make a living. I got a quick question for you, Producer Chris.
Yeah.
Is that the first time you used the Beastie Boys saying 7 in the intro?
No.
It's not. I just haven't noticed that yet. Have you been using that for 44 episodes?
No.
Okay.
I've been alternating.
Is it from when he says 7, 11?
Yes, from High Plains Drifter.
High Plains Drifter, a fun one. Anyway, go to patreon.com/who are these podcasts. Get all the bonus shows. We'll be doing 2 more this month for sure. Also, we encourage our listeners, give us 5 stars wherever you review podcasts and then shit all over us in the comment section. You can support the show while you're watching it today. If you're watching it live with us right now, why not head over to supertip.gg/WATP and participate in the show. We've had a few people who have come in already to participate in the show, like Ricky Bev.
Topless. I don't do topless.
TOPLESS. Oh, you'll do it when you get down here. You'll do it.
Great callback to the Howard Stern show. Sarcastic Weedhead. This is an image. That's why you're not seeing it on your screen right now. That would make sense. This is a animated GIF. Glad you're on the Poochoo train. A message from Carl's celebrity crush. Well, thank you, Sarcastic Weedhead, for that.
Nice thumbnail.
That's all. Yeah, that's right. I forgot. Do I have the? Someone sent in a very funny thing of you, Chris. I hope I have it. I'll be a bummer if I don't. All right, Venom Tony 15.
You know, my sister-in-law has her house on 63 degrees, but it all makes sense now why she has it that way. Because she is a cold-hearted, cheating bitch.
All right. Fair enough. Venom Tony 15 again.
What is my Malfuga Negroes? You know my skin are white, but my soul is as black as fried chicken. At least I am still a father to my kiddos, but I love that Henny, though.
Did I hear black and kiddo? You know, Chris, if you were 50 years younger, I would be interested in you. Just say I'm a minor, and I don't enjoy this, and I'm all over that ass.
Jesus Christ, Dan. Why do you have to bring to that espresso martini rigmarole she? You a hella weirdo, homie. I'ma chop your balls off if you don't stop acting like a hoe.
Producer Chris is so much funnier in AI form.
And violent.
The Jake Tucker. Adam, have you gone to Denny's with Michael R. Bauer?
Nope. Fingers crossed. It'll be any day now.
Is that on the table for you guys?
Never heard about it, but I really hope so.
Oh, okay. Well, that'd be fantastic.
It sounded
if that
great.
happens.
I'd love to.
All right, guys. On today's show, Artie Fletcher put out a stand-up comedy special in 2012, and we have it. Very excited about that. Kevin Brennan has made the transition into a bitter, mentally ill has-been like Stuttering John. We have the evidence. Jerry Banfield has some choice words for us at Who Are These Podcasts. Opie tried to reverse psychology in order to get money again. He's trying to up the ante this time. Silcho tries to turn being scared of me into a win. Megan will be here for a round of Is It Gay and Simon's Opie or Burr game. We have voicemails. But first, Kathy Griffin recently hung out with Rosie O'Donnell. She wants to tell us all about it. I know. I'm excited too.
Together
Chris.
at last.
I noticed by that whimper that you're like, oh, good, we're doing this. Did you know that Kathy Griffin has a podcast called Talk Your Head Off?
No.
You didn't? Jeez, I wonder why. Maybe because it is terrible. It's one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. And now I want to torture all of you. Thank you so much for being here. Kathy Griffin recently was starring on Broadway. That's a street in New York City. I don't know if you're familiar with that, Adam.
I've heard of it.
Actors go there. And Kathy Griffin. And Kathy Griffin was there to star in a show that was failing. And she decided to do a 2-part episode to tell us all about it.
Hi, everybody. I'm Kathy Griffin, and welcome to a very special 2-part episode of Kathy Griffin Talk Your Head Off. Why 2 parts? Because so much shit happened in the last week that this is a very special Blossom. Now, if you don't remember, Blossom was a sitcom in the 80s or 90s or whatever, and every so often they would do a serious episode. So that's where that joke comes from, a very special ER. It's a very special Grey's Anatomy. It's a very special Succession. And that one doesn't work. Anyway, it's a very special Talk Your Head Off. So I might even end with a cliffhanger. Let's see.
Wow. Kathy Griffin not being funny? I can't even imagine it. Could you imagine her doing a show that isn't entertaining or funny? We'll see what happens, I guess, but call me a skeptic because I'm not buying it. I have a feeling we'll be laughing our asses off.
Why does she sound so different? She sounds like she's slurring and she can't move her mouth. Is that plastic surgery or is it drugs or something?
I'm glad you came to the correct conclusion immediately there.
You're telling me she's had work done.
She talks about it.
Okay. You say
so we'll get into it. Now, Kathy Griffin, she did this thing when Trump was elected president where she lost her fucking mind over it. And he posted some photos on social media. Secret Service was up her ass for a little bit. And apparently now that Trump has been reelected, she's not doing well.
And she was the first person to hold Trump accountable in a court of law since his first presidency. Sorry, I almost vomit every time I say first presidency because I can't believe it.
Aw, that TDS is still bothering you, huh? Yeah. Kathy, you can't get that cleared up? Only Fauci could come with a pill for that.
It'd be funnier if she vomited.
It would actually be way funnier. Now, she's talking about, she's airing out a lot of grievances on this show. She's very angry at the world. She's very angry at some of her celebrity friends who aren't doing the right thing.
Her plastic surgeon.
Her plastic surgeon. I'm mad at that guy. But she's very angry at people who don't do the right thing in what she considers to be the right thing. And one of those things is Jimmy Fallon had Conor McGregor on to promote that ridiculous fight that Conor McGregor had. And she was not too happy about that. Before she gets into that, though, she talks about her relationship with Jimmy Fallon.
I have not done the Jimmy Fallon show since it was on at 12:30 Eastern and Pacific. So I guess I'm banned from the Fallon show or inappropriate or too controversial. I don't even know. When you're banned from a show, and if you guys know me, I'm banned from most of them. You're welcome, America and Indonesia. They don't usually tell you you're banned. They just can't seem to find room for you.
Banned or boring? Adam, you're an actor in Hollywood. Are you banned from The Tonight Show?
No, I've never been banned.
Okay. Some people think if they don't get booked that they're banned.
No, I've also never been invited. So
that's what's happening with Kathy. She's like, I can't believe I don't get invited. Well, you're not interesting and you don't have anything going on, so that's probably why. Well, she's mad at Jimmy Fallon for having Conor McGregor on.
So I do like Jimmy Fallon. I've met him a few times. And when I used to do his later show, he was always super nice to me. But I do think it was a bad call for him to have convicted rapist Conor McGregor on what is he, a boxer or like a kickboxer or UFC, United Fighting Champion? I don't even know what that stands for because it just makes me think of Joe Rogan. And then I get pissed off for those reasons.
Okay. Wow. I like that she has a very open mind on things. I don't want to know what UFC stands for because Joe Rogan's associated with it. And so fuck all of that. If Joe Rogan's there, then it's bad. Okay. It's the thought of Joe Rogan pisses her off. What a weird way to live your life. Must be difficult. these people who I don't like are successful and getting more successful.
I see them everywhere all the time, so I'm
Yeah.
constantly triggered.
Yeah, must really suck. It's got to be pretty stressful. Fortunately, Rosie to the rescue.
Anyway, I'm a Jimmy Kimmel person because I just am, and I love him. And I'm excited to see when Rosie O'Donnell guest hosts the Kimmel Show for a full week.
Oof. Rosie O'Donnell's been invited to guest host Jimmy Kimmel Show for a full week. Are they trying to tank it over there? What is this? Springtime for Hitler? What are they doing?
I think they're competing with Howard Stern because he announced that Kathy Lee Gifford's going to be taking over the remaining days of the week over there. So,
Still better than Andy Cohen. So at least there's that.
Also, I didn't know you had to choose between the Jimmys.
You do. Yes. Which Jimmy are you into?
I need to think about it.
Well, I'd rather go drinking with Jimmy Fallon, I think.
That's the thing. One's a pot smoker, one's an alcoholic. So it's just
Yeah.
whichever you prefer.
Yep.
We only have to go to Fairport.
Right. Jimmy does hang out in our hometown, so that works out well. So this is part one. She had to do a 2-part series. There's so much going on in her life. If I fast forward to part 2, she talks more about Rosie doing a whole week of guest hosting for Jimmy Kimmel, who, like Howard Stern, likes to take the summer off.
You know, we gossiped the whole way there, and she was expressing how excited she is to be substitute hosting for my good pal Jimmy Kimmel for a week. And I'm really excited about that. And I'm excited I'd like to be on the show. I don't know if I'll be on it. I think they've got a whole week planned, and I'll be there in the audience. I'll be there handing out fresh fruit to people. I'll be there on the chair, whatever they want, I'll be there. Because, you know, that's, I think, going to be really substantial. And I think Donald will lose his mind, and he'll be posting about it constantly. And I think the audiences will really love her.
Wow. I don't think that's true. Donald might lose his mind. Probably not. He seems pretty busy right now. So a lot going on in the world. You know, he's not just going to be sitting there going, put on Rosie so I can get pissed off. You know, I don't think that's what's going to happen, but, you know, I don't really know.
Didn't he just hold a press conference to announce he was #1 on TikTok?
Well, okay, so yeah, maybe he's a little petty. It's very, very possible that he will lose his mind over that. I think that Kathy Griffin's like, I've been banned from the Tonight Show. My good friend, who I just took a private jet with from New York to LA, is guest hosting, and they can't find a slot for me.
Which is why I'll be handing out fresh fruit.
Handing out fresh fruit instead. It's not great, but okay. Now, there's a couple of things that she also is pissed off when it comes to Jimmy Fallon. And actually, Lauren Michaels, for that matter, too. These people are monsters, if you ask me.
It kind of reminds me of when Fallon had Trump on, and then he petted his hair, or as I call it, a bird's nest. I don't know, that didn't sit well with me. I didn't like when Lauren Michaels had him host SNL, you know, when Trump was running. I believe it was during the campaign. I think it's time we kind of make up our minds about who we're going to cancel and who we're not. Take it from the most canceled celebrity in history. Look it up, you know, as the kids say, do better.
It's funny that, you know, she used to play well, now she's playing the victim. But do you remember when she was like all apologetic about like sending those dog whistles to assassinate the president? And she's like, oh, I didn't mean to do that. That's really bad. She didn't have any makeup on. It was a disaster. And now she's going, I mean, I'm the most canceled person around. All I did was threaten the president's life, and people are out to get me.
Well, the apologies went nowhere, so.
Right, yeah, might as well lead into it, I guess. She didn't like that Lauren Michaels let him host Saturday Night Live, or that Jimmy Fallon rubbed his head. How dare you humanize this human? Could you imagine? No wonder he was elected president. People are humanizing him. All right. So she did a show in New York called Celebrity Autobiography. And it's some Broadway show that bombed. And by the time that she was flying out to do it, there was only a few more shows to go. And so she explains. Have you heard of this show, Adam?
I have. There's a podcast we covered hosted by Danny Drews, who was, I think, the last one to be the celebrity biographer there.
Oh, okay. I don't remember this at all.
Yeah.
Well, I'll let her explain the premise of it here.
Something about being in a show that's closing and basically has turned into a bomb that is just so D-list and heavenly. I've been dying to talk to you guys about it. So the premise of the show is the creators of the show, and their names are Eugene and Dale. Dale is a female, Eugene's a man. They're a married couple, and they created this show, and it's a really clever idea, which is to take actual autobiographies written by actual celebrities and read them verbatim, but selective parts, right? So if you put this out of context with this, it's really funny.
Does this make sense to you? So she actually read a bunch of different autobiographies, Kris Jenner, Pam Anderson, a couple examples of ones that she read, but they just take a little snippet here, a little snippet here, and then you read it on stage. So not so much a play, more just people reading a book on stage and turn other celebrities go up there and read other celebrities' autobiographies. I would recommend Julia Fox's autobiography for this one, maybe Stuttering John's. Maybe still have a run on Broadway if they had used those books, but
any Jerry Banfield book.
Jerry Banfield has a few good ones, a few bangers out there. I don't know if he's a celebrity, but someday he's working up towards it. All right, so she took a chartered jet to New York to perform 7 shows in 4 days on Broadway. And it's a lot of work. She explains, I don't know how you do it. These people who work on Broadway are the hardest working people in show business. And she goes through the things she used to think were difficult. She's like, nothing compared to what they're doing. And so that leads her into what she does when she performs on stage, and it gives her a chance to plug it.
My shows are 2.5 hours long. There's no opener. It's just me. Piece of cake. Like, I cannot wait to get back on the road. And yes, go to kathygriffin.com for tickets, because I'm still doing my New Face, New Tour. It's called that. It's called New Face, New Tour, because I've had a little work done.
Emphasis on little. Hopefully it's a work in progress. It's just a little. We'll get there eventually.
She said she's still doing it, so.
Yes. So she got the New Face, New Tour, and her pitch for this is she's on stage for 2.5 hours.
Oof.
Could you imagine?
No.
What could she possibly do to entertain people for 2.5 hours? Unless it's jiggling keys. I'm out.
Open bar.
Perfect. Let's go. I can't imagine what she thinks she's doing on that. Sounds awful. She's a walker. The way she stays in such great shape. She walks for 2 hours a day. When she was in New York, she didn't stop that habit. And of course, she made it other people's problems.
And, you know, I'm still a big walker. I still do my 2-hour walk every day. So I did have security detail on this trip, and I made him do the Central Park walk with me every day.
She has security walking around with her for 2 hours a day through Central Park. Kathy, no one's even recognizing you. Can we go?
Miss Griffin, you walked the room last night. Do we have to do this?
She's performing. She explains it's a 2,000-seat theater that 130 people are coming to for this show. It's like, hey, you're not such a scary talent that you have to worry about that. I think you can walk around.
There are
You're
certain
wearing
people,
a mask.
There are certain people that are controversial writers and people that if you dabble into certain topics, just talking about them, you'll need security.
Salman Rushdie, yeah, sure.
Sam Harris.
Yeah.
People, and she's one of them. I'm sure there are like 6 very aggressive, constant people that are making her life just a nightmare. And having some kind of presence when you're someone like that who's said what she said about the president, I don't think it's crazy. It's probably unnecessary, but it's not out of this world.
Understood. So she not only is walking around Central Park to keep in shape, but she's also doing something for the gays. She's always doing something for her gays. And what she decided to do is wear a different dress to every performance. 7 different contour dresses for these performances.
Let me walk you through the dresses, because for some reason you people love this stuff, and I thought I was the only one who loved it, so thank you for caring about it all. I won't do them in order, but here are photos of 7 different couture dresses, and I've had these dresses for years, so that means they're now vintage, wink, and the high heels that broke my feet that I had to wear because I did not want an angry call during Pride, if you know what I'm saying, what the hell are you thinking wearing flats?
Yeah, she mentioned earlier, she's like, I had to wear these dresses for the LGBTQ out there. I didn't realize that that's what they were excited about. Kathy and heels.
This is how you know it's not for us, because I have no idea what I just looked at. Like, those were all the same dress.
Yes, thank you.
I can't even tell you the difference. It's not for me.
Do the gays think she's a drag queen? That's all I can figure, right?
I didn't think I was going to look at 7 black dresses either.
Well, she'd explained that you have to wear black or white
Oh, okay. All
for
right.
this performance. And she didn't know that until she got there. So how many dresses did she bring? Yeah. She put her whole fucking closet and wardrobe.
Does she look like she travels light?
No.
No.
And it's funny because she has to do this balance between, I'm a liberal who just, I'm here for the people. And by the way, I take chartered jets around and I live in this place in Malibu that's amazing. And so it's like this really tough thing that she has to, walk the tightrope on.
She's very, very wealthy. She's surprisingly wealthy. Like, if you've ever seen this house she's in, I had no idea. It's insane.
Wait, how do you know about this?
There are TikToks where she hosts these dinner parties.
Yes.
With crazy amounts of people. And you just see, like, that she lives in a mansion. She lives in, like, the Playboy mansion. It's beyond what you would think a successful comic would have.
It's funny you say that because she talks about those dinner parties she puts on TikTok. I didn't pull the clip, but Kathy Griffin is the name drop queen, so I wasn't going to hone in on that. It's like, wow, Kathy Griffin's name dropping. You don't say, But it's wild how she has to brag about every celebrity friend that she has.
There's one where they're sitting at this table and they have that singer Sia.
Yep.
And she sings this like "I Am Beautiful" song.
She talked about that.
It's just like in a movie because she does like the first verse and everyone's like, "Wow, that was beautiful," and they go for their forks and it's like, "Oh, she's doing the second verse." No, she's doing the whole song.
How did you see this, Adam?
How did you see it?
How did you see this on TikTok? What are you
It's
looking
at the Hollywood meetings I go to, and they show you this shit.
Okay.
That's how it works.
I gotcha. Well, let's see if you're impressed by this because I didn't know anything about it.
Standing there many, many times, and my main job as a serious Strasberg-trained actress, which I am. I don't know if you know that about me, but I went to the Lee Strasberg Academy.
Wow. What do you think, Adam? Are you impressed by that, Lee Strasberg Academy?
As someone who went there for 20 years, I would say it's a very good education.
All right, fair enough. I was worried about this segment with that.
I was young. Yeah, I'm glad you warned me ahead of time. Worse than that Israel stuff.
All right, so she was very impressed with how she was, how people reacted to her when she was doing this play.
I think maybe every show, when they announced me and I walked out, I got applause just from them announcing me.
I think that's pretty standard, right?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I've been to a lot of different performances and things. Like you say, hey, and now coming up to the stage is Bill Buttfuck. You're like, yeah, all right, Bill. I never heard of him, but he seems cool, right? But she thinks people are like, yeah, Kathy.
I can't believe she said that.
It's weird, right?
Very stupid.
Yep. I would agree with that. So yeah, the show was closing, and I guess it started with like famous people were on this show. And by the time that Kathy Griffin gets on it, not so much. But at a time, people you've heard of.
It opened, they had people like Matthew Broderick, Gail King, Kenan Thompson, Eric McCormick, Molly Shannon, Tony Shalhoub, Pammy Adlon, Rita Wilson produced the show. But once it's announced it's closing, then, it's kind of got a pale of like a bomb on it. But I love that shit.
Yeah. So Kathy's embracing it. She's like, look, I do this show. I used to do this show, My Life on the D List.
Yeah.
I want things to suck. It's really cool when I'm hanging out with people who are not that famous, and we shouldn't even be doing this because it's embarrassing. That's great. I don't want to be there with all those famous people I just named off. That would not be on brand for me. So one of the women, and she didn't know a lot of the Broadway actors that were part of this. She's like, I'm not really into that world. I don't know who they are. One of them woman was like, hey, do you mind if I do your part tonight? And Kathy goes, well, it's not really up to me. I have to talk to the producer or something. I was given an assignment. I'm supposed to do it, whatever. So the woman decides to prank her maybe. And she goes, all right, well, you can do it, but I have an idea for what you should do with that character.
I think when you go out and play this part, the one she wanted to play, you should stop the scene and yell "Free Palestine." Take it in. Take a minute. Calm down. I am not weighing in on the topic. Okay. I have thoughts, of course. However, I just thought that was such a classic moment of what you think actresses are really like on Broadway. And I just loved it. And I didn't. But can you imagine if your very own Kathy Griffin, who has been in trouble with this particular accidental president before, as well as the entire Department of Justice, shouted at the closing show of a show that is now considered a bomb, Free Palestine.
I can imagine that, and I bet I wouldn't get a lot of press. I can't even imagine it'd be that big of a deal, actually. Am I crazy? Adam, do you think that would be a big deal if Kathy Griffin on Broadway yelled Free Palestine?
Well, you got to think about the headline you can make of it. She dropped the main name there, which was, this is produced by Rita Wilson.
Right.
It's Tom Hanks' husband, which is how they got all these celebrities. So at the closing of Tom Hanks' wife's play, they all shout Free Palestine in a Broadway show in New York. That's a bomb. So I guess that's a play on words for her.
Sure.
It'd be get more press than the actual play did.
Okay. So she decides not to do it. Even though this woman's like, you should get up there and yell Free Palestine. So Kathy explains what she did do. And this leads to our cliffhanger, because this is a very special episode. It's a two-parter. And you have to have a cliffhanger to get people to watch part 2, obviously.
What would be better is if you really quickly made a sign with like a big marker and you held it up during the curtain call. See how I flipped it? Her reaction was, and I'm going to stop here because it's a two-parter. That's right. So tune in for part 2 of this special two-part episode of Kathy Griffin Talk Your Head Off, which includes a trip back from New York on the jet with none other than Rosie O'Donnell, where we got to catch up on everything.
Yay! Rosie! So that's quite the cliffhanger. She goes, no, what you should do is make a sign that says Free Palestine and then run out on stage with that thing. And do you know how she reacted to that? Oh, you'll have to wait until next week to find out. Don't worry, I have it. Yes. Could you imagine if I left you guys with that kind of cliffhanger? Not on this show. This show is all about full release.
Drink.
No one's leaving here with blue balls. That's for sure. So we start up part 2 and talk about the cliffhanger.
I did a little bit of a naughty thing. First of all, I changed my shirt, but I left a cliffhanger at the end of last week's episode, which is going to get you to go watch it now, right? Oh, wait. I was telling the story, not making fun of the topic. Do not fucking come at me about the topic. I get it. So I'm not what you're thinking if you're thinking the bad thing. Anyway.
What's funny is she hasn't even brought up what it is yet. She just started the show cold with like, all right, we got the cliffhanger. By the way, Free Palestine isn't the punchline. Like, well, no one thought Free Palestine was the punchline. But she didn't even say that. So if you're just watching this, you would have no idea what she's even talking about. But you see how like concerned she is about offending someone?
Yeah, not just her, the whole team. We've been on one single wide shot the entire time. And the second she brought up this topic, all of a sudden there's 6 other angles they need to cut to because they can't play this unedited.
Yeah, isn't that wild how many different cameras there are in there? It's like,
out of nowhere.
Just the one. Yeah, right. It's so weird. So she decides to give a recap of what the cliffhanger was so that we can all get on board with what she's going to reveal.
Stop the show and yell Free Palestine. The reason I am telling you that is because I do not think that would be the time nor the place. Now, I did respect it when Hannah Einbinder from Hacks said Free Palestine in her Emmy acceptance speech. I believe that there is a platform that celebrities should use. I just don't think I am the appropriate person to say that at the closing performance of a show that closed early anyway.
I think that's dumb to say that Hannah Einbinder, when she's accepting her Emmy for Hacks, yells Free Palestine. Is like, that's the appropriate time to do that. Why? It's 100% of the people there agree with you. Who is that helping? What does that do for anyone? Who are you convincing with any of that kind of talk?
The people at home watching.
The people at home watching, turns them off. It turns them off so much. And can actors stop being such fucking blowhards who think they grasp geopolitics? Will that ever happen in our lifetime?
Well, yeah, it happened right here because the woman didn't tell Kathy this because she believes in this Middle East policy. She did it because she's trying to fuck Kathy up. It's a joke. She's like, this will go over great. Why don't you do that? Because she is being a rude actress to her. That's the bit.
So the hilarious part about this, and I wish I could find a nice payoff for us, is Kathy, recaps what this was going to be. The whole point is, guess how she reacted when I told her to make a sign? So then she starts going, oh, but then guess who else I was hanging out with? Maya Rudolph and Jennifer Coolidge. She forgets what she's talking about, never comes back to it. There's never a payoff. I thought for sure they cut it in at the end or something. Nothing. Just totally forgets that was the point of this episode.
No, so it is a cliffhanger.
Which is almost impressive to be that bad at podcasting.
And isn't it a great metaphor for what America has done to Palestine? Let's just forget it and move on.
Whoa, I see what happened. America. All right, so she got to hang out with Maya and Jennifer, and of course she has to make that into content. And Adam, Chris, watch this closely, because I couldn't figure out what we're laughing at or what we thought was interesting about this.
I just love Jennifer Coolidge. She's always been so fantastic. You know, we were in a comedy troupe called The Groundlings many years ago, and we would hang out, and we still talk, but not as much as I would like to because she's so busy, and she looked great. And here's just a video of the three of us just goofing around.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have no clue. We just look at us together. Look at it. You can't even write it. Right? You can't. It's Friday. Look at it's Friday.
By the way, once again, I like to be overdressed.
What the fuck was that? Adam, what the fuck was going on right there? Why did they film that? Why did you show that? What happened?
They were taking a picture. They were doing a little improv that would look good on camera. It made no sense when you could hear what they were saying or watch the move. They were just being very into themselves and feeling it.
I thought it was
Bits and pieces.
It's little bits and pieces.
A little bit.
Yeah. That was well rehearsed as bits and pieces.
No, that had choreography. That had movement.
Correct, yes. Bob Nelson didn't know about it, but the other two guys were on board with it. Artie Fletcher stand-up coming up in just a moment. There's a little tease for you. All right, so Kathy reveals something that I didn't know about her. I was actually shocked to find this out. And I've known about Kathy Griffin for, 25 years or something, probably since the 90s. She was on a sitcom or something. And the thing that I didn't know about her is how much she loves attention.
So one thing that happened when I was in New York doing the show is I got a ton of D-list press. And I love doing press. I'm the only person I know in the business that actually likes doing press. I love doing interviews, podcasts, TV shows, whatever. I enjoy it. And I've done some really tough ones, having been immersed in the scandals that I have. I was on a podcast, I think, or a radio show. I was doing several per day. I don't even remember making this joke, but I said something about Taylor Swift's wedding should not be at Madison Square Garden. And I was going to call Mayor Mamdani and ask him to step in as the mayor and make sure that doesn't happen. That's a place where performances should happen or whatever. I was just it was like a throwaway.
Yeah, it wasn't great, but...
Yeah. How does she know what it was supposed to be if she doesn't remember making it?
I don't know. That's a great question. And I'm not sure why we should be surprised that she's like, guys, I actually like doing TV shows and podcasts and radio shows. Yeah, we noticed.
This was also not very long ago. How can she not remember?
Yeah, that's a good point. She's like recapping her last week.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of this.
And you don't know what you were promoting?
She doesn't know what she was talking about when she was making a joke about Taylor Swift's wedding, but apparently it got picked up. It's a big deal. Good for her. That's great. Do you guys know who Mario Cantone is?
Sure
you do. I'm sure you do. Mario Cantone turns out is a giant pain in the ass. Who would have thunk, right? This guy. I sped this up 25% because it is a longer story. Kathy does talk quickly as it is. I started watching this at 2x speed just to kind of like get through some of the boring stuff. Holy fuck. I think that drove me crazy today. I might never be the same. So this is Mario Cantone ordering a drink at a restaurant in New York.
Cantone ordered a special kind of margarita, and I don't even drink, so I can't even tell you the bells and whistles he ordered. He didn't want this, but he did want that, and he wanted this kind of vodka, but not that kind of. Is vodka in a margarita? I don't even know. Tequila. Well, I don't even know what the difference is, but it was so much fun watching a Broadway and TV and movie legend like Mario do the special order. Then the drink came. He put the finger in the drink, and he looked at it, swirling, going, "There's something wrong with it. This I can tell. I'm going to tell you, the American gay man. I can tell there's something wrong with this drink." And then next to us is my pal Danny Burstein, who's just a gent and a gem. And he's going, "It'll be fine. It'll be fine." And then Mario takes a sip and he's like, "I knew it. The drink is made wrong." So the server comes back and she says, "I watched them make the drink." And then Mario says, "I have a sensitive palate. I have a very sensitive palate. I've been coming here for years. This is not the right drink. I'm going to pay for it, but I can't drink it. I'm not." And then Danny and I were trying to calm him down and talk about sensitive palates. was the only thing we could come up with to talk about. So then the server said, okay, how about if I go back and make the drink myself? So I can personally make sure it doesn't have this, but it does have this, and it doesn't have too much of this, but it has a splash of this. And then they brought him the proper drink, which he drank, but he still bitched about, which is what I love about my New York friends.
Which is what I love. Isn't it great what a pain in the ass he is? If I'm ever in a restaurant with someone who behaves like that, I'm not going out with them ever again. What a pain in the dick. Imagine ordering a cocktail and you have all these stipulations and all of these different rules, and they're like, well, this isn't perfect. Go make it for yourself at home then. Yeah. Don't go out.
Get a vodka tonic.
Yeah, right.
I think what happens is that in Hollywood, in LA, like celebrity is key. Like it gets the project made. It's the number one thing, celebrity. If you can find that, you have a job, you can employ other people. Everybody has something that needs one celebrity to make it happen.
Right.
And you get very used to mentioning celebrities being like an exciting conversation to the point where you don't realize when you leave LA, nobody gives a shit. Or even when you're still in LA, that your story is boring, has no point, and if it was anyone other than the former host of Steam Pipe Alley, would be the worst story anyone's ever heard. It's just insufferable. But because it's Mario Cantone and we're getting to hear inside info about him, somehow it's a currency.
It's a currency, and I'm sure Mario doesn't want that story being told on a podcast. Fortunately, no one's watching this. You don't think he would care that he's a diva?
I think he's used to that kind of what I would deem to be negative attention. He doesn't see it that way.
That's probably true.
But we do.
Yeah.
Us bartenders.
Right, yes. That's a good point. All right, let's get into Rosie O'Donnell talk. We've been teasing this all day. What's going on with your friend Rosie there?
Let me start just talking smack about people. She is having a comeback that I am loving because, you know, a lot of people know my experience with my political scandal with the current president, Donald Trump. But I always say, well, Rosie was really the first. If you're going to talk about female comedians that went for Trump, Rosie on The View, going after him in a way that was fearless, in a way that my beloved Barbara Walters did not love, was this clip from The View.
Brilliant. And there he is, hair looping, going, everyone deserves a second chance, and I'm going to give her a second chance. Her hair is perfect for that. Your hair is perfect for that. Listen, he annoys me on a multitude of levels. He's the moral authority. Left the first wife, had an affair. Left the second wife, had an affair. Had kids both time, but he's the moral compass for 20-year-olds in America. Donald, sit and spin, my friends. I don't enjoy him.
Rosie's so cute.
Jesus Christ. I like that she describes Rosie as fearless. It's a woman who fled the country when Donald was reelected. I gotta go to Ireland. I gotta get the fuck out of here. In fact, I have audio of her leaving the country.
Go to Greenland.
Thank you.
So that's fearless Rosie going after Donald. Woof. That's takes some balls to make fun of his hair and say that he had multiple wives and affairs.
Bird's nest, am I right?
Holy shit, good stuff. What's crazy about these two idiots, I can only imagine what the conversation was on this plane, because they both think that Donald's out to get them. And, I guess to some degree that's probably rightfully so.
Believe me, she would not be my first choice, that I can tell you.
He said some things about Rosie O'Donnell for sure. But this kind of talk just turns me off.
There was a time in the 90s where he was so ubiquitous that I would walk into a room, see Donald, and just think like, oh, of course he's here. You know, so it's not like I had this great relationship with him, but it was cordial. So just so you know, when Rosie and I get together, we do laugh a lot about how there was the Donald, and now there's a fascist dictator named Donald also.
Okay. The word dictator gets thrown around a lot. It's just like, I mean, do you guys even know what a dictator is? I'm not sure that you do, but apparently he's a fascist dictator. But they're laughing about it, so that's good. Rosie's just like, well, you can always move to Ireland with me, so that's cool. All right, yeah, that sounds great. The good news is, because as we know, this guy's a predator, and women have to watch out for him, but not Kathy or Rosie.
has this great line where she goes, people get mad at me because I know Harvey Weinstein, and maybe I got along with him. I don't know. He was like the guy that owned the studio. That's all I knew. But guys like that, they want to call me cunt, but they don't want my cunt. I know that's a bad word and I shouldn't have used it, but I am in that same category. So there have been times when I have been in the presence of a man that has later on proven to be a very bad man. And often guys like that, they see women like Rosie and I as dudes.
No shit! They're not trying to fuck me. Well, yeah, obviously not.
Wasn't sure where she was going with that, but.
So I'm safe. Well, yeah. Your face makes you very safe from these predators. Congratulations on that. So I mentioned earlier that Kathy has to play this game of being, I'm a bleeding heart liberal who wants equality and all this stuff. And then, I also have a lot of privilege and make a lot of money, and she has to apologize for it.
I chartered a jet to go to New York, and I know that's fancy and insulting and all the bad things, but at 65, that's how I do it. And, it's a game changer for me as a performer. I'm not saying everyone can do it or should do it, obviously. So I'm ashamed of it, but it's what I do.
Clearly.
Do as I say, not as I do. I don't know what the problem is. And then she goes, it's a game changer taking a chartered jet. Yeah, no shit. I sat at an exit row a couple days ago and I was like, king of the world.
I've arrived. That's awesome.
What a crazy thing to say.
Yeah.
Because she's not making a good case for herself.
No.
Listen, I'm 65, I'm a performer, I'm a very important person.
And I'm ashamed of it.
But I am ashamed of it. But I'll do it again.
Go fuck yourself.
How much shame could there be? Oh, by the way, speaking of which, Artie's live album is called No Shame.
Ooh. Wow.
Coming up in just a moment.
Look at
very
that.
excited. Just very excited about that. But she's very ashamed of it, and she can't wait to get back on a chartered jet again because it saves so much time and hassle.
But did she just say that Rosie said that, Harvey was just the guy who made the movies? I mean, we got along.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And she got along with Donald back in the day. Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
It's pretty wild, right?
All right.
Do you want to hear about what Rosie's show is in New York that she's doing?
Since we're here, yeah.
This is exciting, guys. I think we'll all be purchasing tickets after we hear this.
She has a show right now called Common Knowledge that I just went to a performance of in California that was fantastic. She's going to do a run in New York, and it's a fantastic show. You should all get tickets right now. It's a show that is very poignant. There's a lot of comedy, but it's about what it's like to be the mom, as she says, OG lesbian mom of a neurodivergent, non-binary child.
Well,
sign me up.
Who hasn't had that experience? I mean, come on. Old hat, if you ask me.
With songs by Carole King.
What a fucking horrible premise for a show. Who would want to go see that? Bill Maher likes to say, look, we both voted for the same person, but you're the reason why she lost. These people have just fucking lost their minds. They're on the deep end. Yeah, come back to the planet, everyone. If that weren't ridiculous enough, I don't know if you guys know this, but Rosie O'Donnell has been a champion for the Menendez brothers. She's been on TikTok, and she's been really pushing for them to get released from prison. And it turns out that this was a big deal when they got on this chartered jet together, that one of the Menendez brothers, I think Lyle, called up Rosie in Kathy's presence.
The two of us together did a lot of smack talking. Can I share anything? I don't know. I'll share one thing.
What's funny about this is she's been teasing this for 2 episodes now. I was hanging out with Rosie. We spent a lot of time together on this jet, and so much to talk about. And then she finally gets to it. She's like, we talked a lot of shit. I don't know. Can I even say anything? Probably not. What the fuck? This is the only story that she's able to share from all of this.
When we were on the jet and had not taken off yet, and then Rosie got a call from our friend Lyle Menendez of the Menendez brothers, who I personally believe should be free. Yes, they killed their parents. I do believe their story that their dad molested them. I've always believed that.
Okay. This is what's insane about this. And I don't understand this whole, the Menendez brothers are great guys and let's free them. Let's say the dad was molesting them. Why did they have to gun down the mom who's just sitting there watching television? Why did they have to go on a shopping spree and spend all of their money immediately while claiming they were innocent and someone broke in and murdered their parents? Like, this is not things that people who are just like, well, I was getting molested and I had to do something about it, do. This is what selfish assholes do when they want to spend their parents' money.
Did you see this new one, The Crash, with the Mackenzie Shrilla who crashed the car?
Oh, I know what you're talking about, yes.
As people learn about this, what you can't avoid is just how horrible these parents are. They're so bad that at some point you do have that thought where you're like, this girl had no chance. Like, if all of this is really happening, she doesn't know anything. And I think it's a bit like that with those Menendez guys, where it's like, if this was really happening to them their whole lives, then you have sympathy. It doesn't explain or justify, make it okay to murder anybody, but it makes you look at it differently. Go, oh, okay, maybe if that guy is still in prison for that weed charge for 50 years, maybe they don't need to be in.
No one's in prison for weed for 50 years.
You know what I'm saying.
Jesus Christ. All right, so let's get into more Menendez ball washing.
Good.
Participated and organized programs that help the other prisoners. He's a very, very bright guy, as is Eric. And it was a surreal moment to be with Rosie O'Donnell and Lyle calls, and to hear Lyle say, "Hey, Kath, how you doing?" was surreal and great.
Yeah, the guy who shot his mom in the face, who was just sitting and watching television. Wow, he knows who I am? And he said, hey? Uh-huh. What a great surreal moment you had there, Kathy. This woman's completely out of touch. I'm sorry. This is wild. And she also promotes that she'll be protesting ICE, and you can too.
I have a particular sign that I like. So here's a photo of me with my sign. But they also have a bunch of signs waiting for you there. So they made it so easy. Really, all you have to do is show up.
Isn't that exciting? Do I have to make a sign that says, fuck ICE? No. They'll hand you when we get there. Thank God, because I am a lazy protester.
We already thought of it.
Yeah, I'm the laziest protester you'll ever find. I got to buy some paper and a stick.
Do I have to actually believe in the cause, or can I just show up?
No, believe me in the cause doesn't matter. You don't have to know anything about it.
Great.
just show up and make it happen.
Cool.
Kathy just dropped a brand new episode. Now, it came out on TMZ or in the tabloids. Kathy has a 20-year-old boyfriend, but it turned out that was all a hoax. She doesn't have a 20-year-old boyfriend. And then she made an episode that dropped just yesterday about this relationship that broke her heart. And she has to have a disclaimer in the very beginning of it. So it says, note from Kathy, the following episode was filmed last week before recent headlines about me and a particular relationship hit the tabloids. Stay tuned next week for that story. Well, let's see how Kathy's doing. I'm sure she's doing well.
Hi, everybody. It's me, Kathy Griffin, and welcome to another episode of Kathy Griffin Talk Your Head Off.
Wow. The clown in Poltergeist. It makes me more calm than what I'm looking at right here. What the fuck is happening?
And I might cry during this one. This is an episode that's going to be different because I try to keep this show light, and I get too political sometimes, and I don't get political enough sometimes, and I tell you guys stories from my personal life, and you guys know they're always real, and hopefully they're entertaining. My heart is broken, and I'm going to...
Okay, so she went from a very special episode that's like a two-parter about like some really intense shit, and we have a fascist dictator and all this crazy stuff. And the next episode she's like, guys, this one's going to be serious. Yeah, we know.
No jokes.
Yeah, we know, Kathy. We know it's all very serious, and you're very upset. Jesus Christ, what's wrong with this woman?
Her dogs are in the same position they were in the last episode.
That's true. She has 4 dogs, and they hang out with her on the couch while she does her awesome podcast. Well, that was Kathy Griffin, Talk Your Head Off. Maybe we'll revisit it at some point.
Can I just say that I thought the entire time that red wig behind her was a mirror and the reflection of the back of her head, and it just wasn't moving. And I thought it was like a horror movie, and it was just going to get up and walk away without her at any point. It took me so long to figure out what I was looking at.
That's hilarious.
The fact that that's the permanent set for every episode is crazy distracting.
Yeah, that's weird. It's like she has her doppelganger over her shoulder. or something. It doesn't make any sense.
If she passes out, they just throw an AI on that face there and it keeps going.
And that same editing style as Whitney Cummings.
Yes.
The slight
zoom
close
in,
up.
zoom out, zoom in, zoom out.
It's not even zooming.
Right. It's just a quick cut.
Yeah. What's it for?
I don't know. I guess it's to distract you and make you think that it's interesting.
Who do you think's funnier?
Ooh.
Gotcha.
I got some Whitney Cummings vibes from her when she like go off on a little asides, but at least Kathy Griffin like is coherent and tells a story and it's like you actually understand what she's talking about. Where Whitney Cummings is just like random nonsense spaghetti just being thrown at every fucking wall. It's not even cooked. Of course it's gonna bounce off. Why would you do that? All right, we have Artie Fletcher stand-up coming up. I'm very excited about this. We have Artie's stand-up special that got sent into the show. We have Kevin Brennan. We have a supercut that Adam's put together that shows that Kevin Brennan is morphed into a bitter has-been a la Stuttering John. No longer able to be funny or interesting, just pissy and kind of a shithead. Jerry Banfield talked about who are these podcasts.
Whoa.
I have some interesting news about Jerry coming up. And then, of course, we have Opie Radio, Opie and Ron, trying to figure out how to make money like they did last week, trying to get the audience to give them money in order to do a show. Let's see if that works again. Aaron's calling me out. Aaron Imholte, Steel Toe. We'll need to address that. And then, of course, Megan will be here with an episode of Is It Gay? And some more gay thoughts from Aaron. A lot of stuff to get to. If you want to support the program, head on over to supertip.gg/WATP. Colin Madden is there. I had a little work done, Kathy Griffin. The Statue of Liberty in 1986 had less work done. That's good. It's a good line. I appreciate you guys. This is coming in from Carl's Aborted Fetus, and it says, I miss you, Dad. Why didn't you love me? I never really got to know you.
Oh.
Carl's Aborted Meth Fetus. Diana Sklans says, Kathy Griffin's voice changed from having lung cancer.
Yeah.
Aren't you a treat?
Yeah. When I was going to criticize her for not knowing who the fighter was on Jimmy Fallon, she's like, I don't know what he does. I was like, well, if you're going to talk about it, maybe do a little research. And then I made that joke about Kathy's voice right at the top and then looked it up. Oh, shit. She has throat cancer. I'm just not going to mention it. But thank you, Diane, for bringing the audience down in ways that I never could.
Yes, Diane is always here to make sure that we feel terrible about ourselves. Diz5 says, Adam, I just noticed you were on Altered Carbon.
Yes, a man died on that set.
Oh, shit.
Just keeping the hits coming.
Yeah, bringing us back.
Stay Sorry. At Stay Sorry, 3 Dogs on a Couch, All Apologies podcast. Andy will be on WTP this weekend. Coming up. Going to see Ryan Long at the Comedy Club on Saturday. I was texting with him this week. I said, hey, you want to come by the studio and hang out with us? He's not getting into town until right before his show starts. He's coming in from Boston.
Did he ask when your show started first?
No. I told him one time. No, Ryan was actually really cool. We're going to hang out. Specs00. Use our out-of-touch misogynists or libtard trolls. Well said.
Which ones do you want us to be?
Dave D. Doors says, ugh, redheads give me the shits. I've gone down to the redhead before. Let me think about this. Is that true?
It's a medical thing.
Ebnai. Kathy Griffin looks a lot more glam than she did under the end credits of the 1960s Star Trek show. That's true. Hamilton Berger. When will Kathy and Rosie work to free Nick Reiner? Yeah, that's probably next. I can only imagine. Yeah, he's such a great prisoner. What did he ever do wrong? Anyway, enough about that. Let's get into Artie Fletcher. Do I have an Artie Fletcher jingle, or do I have to ask producer Chris to hit that? Chris?
That's all I got.
Bits and pieces.
Oh, I have this.
I think we're more like Monty Python's Flying Circus. We do bits and pieces, 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 bits and pieces. That's a good one.
My buddy Adam Thoreau. Adam Thoreau, who's a good friend of the show and does our video editing, he sent me a note. He got Artie Fletcher's book off of a website, eBay or something, I don't know. And he got an autographed version of the book. And Artie Fletcher writes, best wishes, Artie. And then he writes, Law and Order 8/16/2016. He writes Law and Order. Like a lot of athletes will put their number next to it, you know. They'll remind you of who they are. I'm number 17 on the bill. It's like, cool. Yeah, I remember that. He writes a Law and Order. This fucking guy.
I mean, I'm already asking you for an autograph.
I obviously know you from Law and Order. All right, so apparently Artie Fletcher put out a special. And thank you to Backdoor Benji, who mailed me. We have a P.O. box. You can find it on whoarethes.com. You can mail us stuff. We appreciate that. He mailed me the DVD of Artie's special called Artie Fletcher, quote unquote, live, and then quote unquote, no shame. Why does live have to be in quotes? Seems odd. Anyway, this is live at Bonkers Comedy Club in Daytona Beach, May 26, 2012, to give you a sense of what's going on. And it starts off very horny. This is a very horny Artie Fletcher to start.
Like when they put the hot girls up front. Stop. You are hot, baby. Back in the day, I'd suck his dick to get to you. But I got this young thing right there. So if I marry you, and I'm gathering you're from like Kentucky, because I'm psychic. Do I have to give you like your father or somebody like a farm animal or maybe? Okay. I'll have you pregnant before you leave this club.
All right. The farm animal thing, I get. That's a joke. Kind of makes some sense. Whatever. I just suck his dick to get to you. It doesn't make any sense at all. What does that even mean?
He's like, can I?
Right. Like, one of the things that's great about Artie Fletcher.
Ripping off that old George Carlin line. I wouldn't fuck you with a stolen dick. He's just ripping off a version of classic old time.
Because what Artie does, he rips off jokes, but he leaves things out that make the joke work.
That's a good example.
They've been playing this game on the Uncle Rico show on the Shuli Network, where Mike Morse will write the setup and then they have to guess what the punchline is. And it's similar to What Did John Say Next, that kind of game. They give you 4 different punchlines. You got to figure it out. And it's always the one that makes the least amount of sense. Like, he doesn't even know how jokes work, but he gets laughs. He gets laughs because it's just like, what did he say? He's going to suck this guy's dick? Okay.
No, he gets laughs because that is the most primed crowd I have ever heard in my life. That was like a rock show where everyone knew who they were going to see. I could not wait to see how quickly he was going to turn that into animus, and he's almost there.
So I have a theory. This might be sweetened.
Yeah.
There are some laughs that he gets on things that are not even humorous. People just lose their minds. Like, how is any of this possible? But maybe it's all legit. I don't know. There's a camera that's some guy's controlling that's sitting on the very front table in front of him. So we can't see anything that's happening behind that. We don't know what the size of this club, the number of people in there. None of that. It's a one camera shoot. So Chad Zubak, if you're watching, maybe get this guy to make your special. By the way, it's a pro. Obviously this guy talks about how he has all these TV credits and he's a pro. He's a pro when the back of the DVD has multiple phone numbers on it. Literally, his publicist, spelled with only S's and no C.
Oh.
Cynthia Horner. There's a phone number for that. And then management, there's a phone number for that as well. It's hilarious. All right. Clip number 2. Let's talk about losing weight.
Losing weight's been kind of cool because, like, now, like, when a hooker's going down on me, I don't have to take her word for it. I can actually see the bitch say, oh, yeah. It's kind of cool.
I don't know if he wrote that joke because maybe he was on the downswing of his yo-yo diet. So he's just like, guys, I've been losing a lot of weight. They're like, you have? How the fuck big were you? This is a giant fat man talking about losing weight is cool. What?
He's an actual black hole. Light does not reach him.
Right.
It only reaches behind him, which is reflective, and he's in the dark.
I know. I used this for the thumbnail. And
Yes, I noticed it there.
This is not good.
He looks like Kevin's shadow.
You're right. It's not good. All right. So this leads him to talking about going to the gym. And I like it when a big fat man tells me about his experience at the gym, at Gold's Gym specifically.
You know, they suck you in. You go to Gold's Gym, you go to Gold's, and then you come in, you're like this little fat kid, and they go, look, he's retarded. They will take you to every machine where there's like a hot blonde working out, bent over something. And you're like, Jewel, come on. Sir, how long would you like to join for? Here's my credit card. Just tell me when this shit runs out. Then at the end of the tour, they go, what do you want to accomplish? You know, when you come to Gold's, they go, see that blonde there? I'll be fucking that bitch in 2 weeks. Oh yeah, and I want to lose weight.
What I loved about that joke is that a lot of times jokes are misdirects. That was just a direct. He's like, they bring me in, they show me these hot chicks. And I'm like, wow, these chicks are hot. And they're like, what do you want to accomplish when you're here? And he's like, guess what I said? I want to fuck these hot chicks. Like, oh, well, yeah. I mean, you already established that, sir.
We thought you were going to go for humor, but instead you just...
Yeah, we get it. You're horny. That's literally all he's been saying so far since he got on my stage. And I'm glad we had his former roommate on to tell us that he was getting some pussy back in the day.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'd be like, this is pathetic. But it's working. So, you know, whatever. Maybe I should try this. Maybe I will. Maybe I have. He talks about bad habits that he has. And this one makes no sense.
You know, you go every day, I go 5 days a week, and I fucking hate it. And then when I get there, I'm fine. But you gotta just fucking drive yourself. You know, it's like smoking, it's like, I try to quit smoking. I quit several fucking times. But if you're doing cocaine, you have to smoke. No, because it says it on the packet. And you know, so many habits, you know, it's like, it's fucking hard. God. Unreal.
He's so proud of himself for that one. So when you do cocaine, you have to smoke because it says it on the packet. What packet? What's he talking about? Which container is he talking about that says you have to smoke? The cigarette say take with cocaine, or does the bag of Coke you get say have a cigarette afterwards?
Yeah, in tiny print.
I'm very confused by that joke.
And was he really breaking at his own joke, or did he forget where he was going?
I think he's forgetting where he's going. He's like, I know. Am I right, guys?
Gotta buy some time here.
Yeah, what am I doing? What are we
I think
talking
we
about?
figured out why the audience is all worked up, though. The second he said cocaine, they all went,
Yeah, let's fucking go. Yeah,
He lost his train of thought. They were so excited by that.
Yes. All right, so Artie is a grandfather. This joke, I do not understand. I literally don't know what words he's saying.
Oh, okay.
Please listen closely. Tell me if you can figure out what this is.
Oh, I got grandchildren now. Can you fucking imagine? I'm grandfather. Fucking grandfather. Can you imagine this kid growing up knowing who his grandfather is? When I'm trying to fuck his babysitter. Anyway, that one was great.
What did he say?
I heard babysitter.
I think he's talking about fucking a babysitter. I think he said something about like, can you imagine having me as your grandfather? Like he's a big celebrity. That was just like, oh my gosh, Artie Fletcher's your grandfather? What's that like? I think that's what he said. Adam, thoughts?
Yeah, and kind of like he thinks he's Sam Kinison, so it's like this wild and
Right.
crazy uncle guy. Did you notice that he's getting more and more out of focus, and somebody walked by the stage and they were perfectly lit and in focus?
Yeah. It's not the greatest special ever shot. I don't know that Adam consulted on this one. I have a feeling you didn't.
Nobody reached out. Yeah, look at that. She's perfectly in frame.
Yeah.
Cute, too.
Hi.
Anyway, not the point. She's disgusted. She's like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. This guy's a creep. All right, so.
It's the babysitter.
You see how loud they applauded for Hope? They were like, ladies, here's a person. And they were like, yeah. Now they get to know him. And he's like, I'm a grandfather. Like, okay.
That's not great.
Talk about cocaine.
Yeah.
Okay. This guy, as you know, has written a bestseller. What is it? My Life Through Bloodshot Eyes or something like that. The eyes of a comic, or Bloodshot Eyes through a Anyway, not the point. The point is he signs it and he puts a lot of order in there, which is great. He is going around to 130 cities on this book tour, promoting it and signing it.
You know, I gotta tell you, I've been traveling. I'm on a 130 city book tour. I've been traveling all over the place, and you know, I do you know, there's so much going on with, in fact, it's funny, I was in Orlando a couple weeks ago, was it a month ago? Yeah, I was in Orlando, doing book signings. I was on Good Day, Orlando, and it's so funny because this guy, George Zimmerman, is getting so much fucking press. I was downtown Orlando, I saw Casey Anthony with a sign like, remember me?
Took a long time to get there, didn't it?
Yeah.
Like, he didn't know where he was going with that. I'm on this book tour. Like, I'm going 130 cities. And it's crazy. You know, I was at Orlando. I was in Orlando the other day. Orlando doing a book signing. I was on the TV morning show.
If he took less time wiping his nose.
Yeah.
And bragging. Him and John have to
Yep.
fit in 6 brags to every joke, and it just bogs the whole thing down.
130 city book tour.
Bullshit.
Doesn't even make sense. Nope. There aren't 130 cities in the country that you would travel to.
In a row? Are you going in a row? Is it
It's
your
so
spring tour?
It's so stupid. I mean, it couldn't justify the sales you would make.
No.
You know what I mean? No one's ever heard of you. You have to do morning TV and radio to promote that you're going to be signing your book somewhere.
And that's always gold.
Oh, that's going to get a ton of people out. All right, well, let's do what Stuttering John does. Let's address the black people in the room. And very comfortable, gets everybody on board.
So, you know, every place I go in the South, black people, I know you're here tonight, and you know you've been freed, right? No, I don't get it. I mean, it started out like with black people, Rosa Parks moved to the front of the bus. That was the first thing.
Yeah.
Right? Lincoln set him free. You want to keep going? Martin Luther King marched. Yeah, black people will sit the farthest back in the club they can. You got a fucking president. And that's questionable if he's black. Black people go, no. If Obama was black, don't you think that motherfucker would have quit by now? Obama would have been in the White House and his wife going, I fucked up. Grab the kids, we getting the fuck out of here. Fucked up.
This offends me and my people.
I know, I was going to say, producer Chris, are you okay with this? Adam looked like he was pained watching that bit. He's like, there's no way Barack Obama's black. He doesn't even get high at the White House and then quit. Good stuff.
I was
Nailed
offended
it.
as somebody who likes comedy first.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty rough. But he's got everyone on his side. People are going along with it. Yeah, this is funny stuff. Yep, black people getting high all the time. Then he goes into more cocaine jokes. And this is offensive as a cocaine enthusiast.
And I can't blame Obama, seriously. I voted for the motherfucker. I just hoped he was going to come through. He's done well. Gasoline is off the fucking charts. Cocaine is cheaper than gas. And let's face it, you doing cocaine? Fuck it, you don't need a car. You will run anywhere. Baby, give me your sun pass and go to Miami. I don't give a fuck, man.
Is that true?
No.
A lot of people getting high on coke and then jogging down the street.
Not fat guys.
Not anyone.
I only made it to Minnesota. I didn't make it all the way
That's
to
just not
Miami.
how that works at all. But he's just like, it's funny, right, guys? I don't know. You said cocaine, and so he even got a laugh when he just goes, "Wow, gasoline's expensive." Ha ha! I'm just telling you, this is sweetened. There's no reason for any of this laughter to be happening.
We've seen this with John. It's drunk people, and it's the rhythm of comedy. You just, they want to laugh. They're having fun. It's wacky words. Obama, black, this, We're just, this, yeah, whatever. They don't care.
Yeah.
They cheered the most at cocaine and couldn't acknowledge that he's a grandfather.
They are wasted in this audience, so it's going very well for him. And this next bit, wow. You want to talk about hack bits. And I saw my buddy in the chat, Fudgicle, was mentioning earlier, he's like, no, hacks do get laughs. That is true. Hack comics are not respected by other comics because they do get laughs. They do get booked because audiences like this eat it up. They don't know any better. And this is a perfect example of that.
But here's what we got to do in this country. I've been following what's going on. Here's the first thing I would do. How about for 1 year, we stop sending money to other fucking countries? Like, what was it? Japan got the tsunami? Is that the fuck? Okay, they know the motherfucker was coming. You don't go out and buy bread and water. You're going to have plenty of water, okay? Buy some floaties and snorkel equipment and fins and shit.
Oh, my God.
How you feeling for a disaster? I got batteries. I got water. Motherfucker, you're going to have 90-foot waves. Get them floaties out. And it was all fucked up, man. The Japanese. First Godzilla, this big piece. Run, motherfucker!
Hacky.
He did the Japanese concerned about Godzilla guy.
Yeah.
In 2012. He's still doing the, oh no, Godzilla. Wow.
Godzilla.
Fucking wow. Good stuff, Artie. You're crushing it, buddy. Why is he not teamed up with John yet? I can't figure it out. They could be trading jokes back and forth. Well, you do the tsunami stuff with the Japanese. I do Kardashian stuff. Oh, well, we'll be a good team then. It's going to work out well.
But I show my belly I show my belly at the end. What are we going to do?
I show my belly from the side. Oh, okay. Your profile? That's fine. Yeah, that works. So, can't bring up the Japanese without bringing up Pearl Harbor, obviously.
You fuck with the Americans. You thought Pearl Harbor was cool, huh? We ain't even now, motherfucker. Oh. Fuck.
Do you see what I mean?
Yes.
He just goes, fuck. And you're, that's wild, right? That doesn't make any sense. Maybe these are the drunkest people that ever existed and they're piping THC into the room through the ventilator. I don't know, but it just seems
the mix is all fucked up.
Yeah.
He's got reverb on him, and it sounds like the room.
Is it reverb or are there just a lot of empty seats?
Well, I don't know.
All right. Well, the hack bits don't end there. Let's talk about the Mexicans.
Then we sent $38 billion to Haiti so they can rebuild the country. Hey, let's do the math here. That country wasn't worth $38 fucking billion before this shit happened. You want to rebuild it? Do it the right way. Send 50 Mexicans over there with 100 cases of Corona. And an Italian dude to be the foreman. They will knock that shit out like in 2 weeks. For like $150,000 give or take.
This is crazy. Okay, it must be Sweden because
right?
I can't.
Yeah. Well, what if we just sent Mexicans over there with Coronas? We'll get an Italian guy. That's wild, dude.
But he's pausing for it. Like he must have known ahead of time they're going to sweeten it because he's taking these long pauses. It seems like he's soaking it in, but I don't put
He
it
must
past
have
him.
known ahead of time.
Yeah.
He demanded it, Adam. He must have known ahead of time.
Otherwise, I'm going to be standing there in silence.
It's his idea to do that. He's probably walking in the room. We saw that one person go by the camera. Everyone else is going down the aisles the other ways.
Right.
This joke makes no sense to me at all. It's another example of something that like he connects two concepts and people laugh at it, but it doesn't really make sense.
Like the TSA, I feel bad for them. They get shit for touching anybody. It's always old people like snowbirds. Oh my God, I was violated. Hey, fuck you, I've been married 3 times. I look forward to this pandemic. Sometimes I'll go through twice.
So he likes getting patted down by TSA because he's been married 3 times? What does that have to do with anything?
I don't know.
I have 2.5 ex-girlfriends, so I like it when TSA touches my junk. Huh? Why?
Just saying married would have been the joke. I'm married. I don't get laid. Like that's the joke.
Sure. Married 3 times makes it sound like you're doing fine, right?
Yeah.
Like you could get girls. I don't even get it.
This is incredible laugh track, though. It's like writing with him on levels, and if this isn't real, it is very impressive.
That's why live was in quotes on the cover.
Holy shit, you're right.
Legally, he had to, right?
It's live?
Yeah,
a question mark would have been funnier. All right, let's get into some acting. Adam, you're going to be very excited about this because Artie is a triple, quadruple threat.
Emmy Award winner.
I can't name one of those things, but whatever, he tells us. And one of the things that he can do is act. And we've seen his acting reel, some of it anyway. Let's see him act on stage during his comedy show.
Back to the airports with a good old Harry Christian in there. Fuck, I miss those guys. You know, it's like, what's fucked up is the FAA says, oh, okay, it's now safe. You can now take your cigarette lighter back on the plane. I'm like, whoa, 79-cent bag you can now take back on a plane. Because, you know, a trained terrorist could have took the plane over with a fucking Bic. I'm a good actor. Fuck it. Let's do a reenactment. Terrorists taking over the plane in Kentucky. Ella! Omoso! Helaga! Now! Don't move! I said don't move, motherfucker! And you know the gay flight attendant to be like...
That got an applause break.
Well, he'd done the running bit 2 times. This was the 3rd. He's bringing it all back home.
Hold on. First it was the Japanese guy. Now it's the gay guy.
Yeah,
who's
different
running.
run.
Very different run. I like that he started off with, I guess, some kind of like Middle Eastern accent thing. You know, these Muslim terrorist thing. Then it turns into, don't move, motherfucker.
Yeah, that was funny.
What are you doing? It doesn't even make sense. So that was quite an elaborate bit that he did. Taking over an airplane with a Bic lighter. Good stuff. So Artie was recently on an airplane. Listen to this. A guy's wearing a turban.
Oh.
Yeah.
The jokes write themselves, people.
They do. And so Artie's going to tell you what went down. And you won't believe who the hero is in this story. It turns out it's Artie Fletcher.
I be on a plane, I see a guy with a turban, I freak the fuck out. I sit in the back of the plane, I tell my manager I don't eat first class, I bring my own blanket, my own hand cream. I'm going from LaGuardia to Houston, guy gets in my plane, got a turban, here we go. Walking down these... Hello, my friend. I go, you're not my friend, you terrorist cocksucker. This is my seat. I go, sit down, Habib, and shut the fuck up. Okay. 20 minutes into the flight, now we're friends. Excuse me, I have to go to the bathroom. I go, you're not fucking moving. Unless you and I could both fit in that 1x3 fucking room. You don't understand. I have to make a number 2. Good, pull that diaper off your head. Try shitting in that, you piece of shit. Okay.
He was so close. Pull that diaper off your head is actually a decent line. And then he has to explain it. Try shitting in that, you piece of shit. Like, oh, that's the worst thing you could have said after that. Ruins the whole thing.
3 fucking room. You don't understand. I have to make a number 2. Good, pull that diaper off your head. Try shitting in that, you piece of shit. Okay. The fucking airlines charge you for everything, right?
What a transition. What a transition right there. No, in this story, this guy with the turban is just a guy. Just a guy going out of an airplane. Artie's calling him a piece of shit, not letting him get up.
Yeah.
He's like, Artie's like the asshole in this scenario. He's like,
yeah.
And these airlines, they charge you for everything. They fucking nickel and dime you. Am I right, people?
Anyway, I was beating the shit out of this guy in a turban for having to use the bathroom. And by the way, the only part of that story I don't believe is that his manager called him up and was like, Artie, you don't want the first class flight? Come on. They're trying to put you in business. No, not for me.
I don't believe the part where he has a manager.
That too.
That's hilarious. I tell my manager, no, put me in the back of the plane. I got to keep an eye on all the turbans. I got to protect us from all these turban-wearing
I thought he
motherfuckers.
just established that's where all the black guys like to sit. I'm so confused in this world.
That's a good point. Maybe he wants to sit in their laps like Chad Zubak did in the sauna.
I don't think he has his own blanket.
Oh, shit.
Just being hilarious.
He's going to take over WATP. He's got a lighter. Whoa. All right. Can I make a quick announcement on here? We have our own candy, WATP. You can get Who Are These Podcasts candy. And I'll tell you what this is. It's freeze-dried Skittles. If you've never had these before, they're actually very delicious. I gave a bag to Chris to try. I've been eating a few of them, but I try not to eat a lot of sugar. But the point is, you should. And they're delicious. So they're like fluffy and light and very sweet. Very delicious. You can go to lieselandfriendsgourmet.com. The link is in the description.
How do you spell Liesel?
It's Leisel. And friendsgourmet.com. What do you think, producer Chris?
It's very good.
Pretty delicious, huh?
Very sweet.
Anyway, yeah, if you want to get those, go purchase those. It helps out my friends Chris and Grant. You might have heard of them. They're selling some candy, and they made Who Are These Podcasts candy, the official candy of Who Are These Podcasts. So thank you very much for doing that. And thank you to S3340985. God damn it, Carl. Artie, especially you don't have Vinny on. I know, I saw Vinny in the chat yelling at me. Here's the thing with Vinny. He loves to complain about not being included in things. I keep asking him to come on this show and that show, and he's always busy. I know he's got his big comedy festival this weekend. Understood. He's very busy. But, you know, it's not like I don't invite him to stuff. I do all the time. We did a Creep Off primetime special Monday night because I was flying back from New York. And so we did 8 p.m. Creep Off episode. I thought it was really good. But I'm one of those, so it'd be crazy if I didn't. Eb9 with 10 pounds says, definitely canned laughter in the Artie Fletcher DVD. Reminds me of early 80s VHS stand-up specials in the UK. See particularly Kenny Everett's Naughty Joke Box. That seems like a lot of work.
I'll check
it. Is that available online somewhere? It does seem fake, right? It has to be. The way people are losing their minds over these jokes.
Consistently. It never dies down.
It never dies down. Anyway, by the way, I should point out, that's the first 13 minutes. We have an hour. So this is going to be an ongoing saga that we have on WATP. I'm excited about it. Thanks again to Backdoor Benji. Right? Yes, Backdoor Benji for mailing that into our P.O. box. D-Waver, $5. Hi, Carl, Adam, producer Chris. Thanks for leaving Rewind on during live, Carl, so we can see if we missed Opie. Thanks, and please keep everybody feeling. You got it, D-Waver. No problem at all. I have no problem leaving the, what do they call it, the DVR settings on. No
Is that
problem.
what it's called?
That's what John used to always call it, right?
That's what he called me up to ask me to help him turn off.
And you asked AI and explained it to him?
Showed him, and then he immediately forgot.
Mm-hmm. That is true. All right. You put together a little supercut of our buddy Kevin Brennan. Kevin Brennan has transitioned into a bitter, mentally ill has-been, just like Stuttering John. And you've been picking up on some of the traits that he has that are very similar to John's. Anything to set up this montage you put together?
Just that these are all clips from the last year, I think. It's all very recent stuff. And if you enjoy one on one level, but the other on a different level, one you're laughing with, the other you're laughing at, explain to me what the difference is, because I can't tell.
Yeah, good call. I haven't watched this yet. Let's see it.
Look at the creep boys, like Lady K. She always got big bills to pay. They gripped away.
Don't you forget about me. Aw, do you get tired? Did the hunchback get tired? Aw.
Oh, look at the guy who begged me. Oh, John, let me come on your show, please. You were so cool.
Oh, they call me in 5 Lies. What did they say? What did they say? They caught me in 5 lies.
You at your mommy's? Sucking on her teeth, garlic.
Then I filmed the pilot for HBO. And...
yeah.
Oh, producer Chris.
Pinky was mad at me. Pinky was mad, and now I'm going to turn on Stuttering John to impress Pinky. That's what this is all about.
Carl's like the loser clique in high school where he's like, hey, we're losers, but this guy's a bigger loser, so he can't hang out with us anymore.
Oh, I see. Could you pass the turkey, please?
Oh, Rio, that's not nice.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Tukey, I didn't dox you. Do I get bonus points for that? Do I get any double tips for that?
I thought it didn't matter. I thought it didn't matter that I read your domestic violence charges on the night that you punched somebody in the...
Oh, Carl. Oh, gosh, they're sticking it to me.
What are you doing? This whole show is about me. Talk about an obsession with somebody way more successful than you. And that's a fact. Hack.
Again, all these people are failures. Bob Levy, Pat Dixon, Shuli Agar. Again, I have more credits than all these motherfuckers combined.
You name the magazine, I was in it. Featured. Entertainment Weekly. Rolling Stone. You name it. I'm in it. Circus.
Clowns.
I know you did Premium Blend. Other than that, what did you do, Pat? Pat? Pat?
Good to hear your voice.
All right, Mike, tell the family hello from me, and I'll see you tomorrow. It all worked out. It all worked out.
Wow.
Oh, good edit. Good edit.
That is a good edit. Well done, Adam. Holy shit. Noisemaker. How the fuck? I don't know how you pulled that off because I was expecting, I haven't watched that yet. I was expecting you were going to hone in on a certain thing that Kevin does that John does. But you found like 6 different things that they both do, if not more.
It's the whole show.
It's the whole show. It's just become John's show.
Yeah, it's just I hate you, pay me. I will add one thing, though, if we can continue on bringing the mood down. When I was looking up all of these clips, I found 3 separate instances where Kevin is alone by himself without a guest, and he says to himself out loud, well, I've got terminal cancer, so what does it matter? And then later on, he said, well, what's the point? I have terminal cancer. Is this a running bit that he does?
I wouldn't know. It's
I don't know.
Hilarious bit if it is.
Well, it would be on brand for him.
Sure.
But he does continue to say that, and no one in the chat acknowledges it in any way. And
so it's got to be a joke then, right? No one's taking it seriously?
Well, it was a joke when he was glad Matt Perry was dead, right?
Right. He loved that.
So maybe it's just the same joke, or maybe it's the rational, reasonable explanation for all of this behavior. So, Kevin, if you wouldn't mind coming onto WATP and bringing us your medical records, anyone's will be fine, and just let us know how you're doing. And until then, we're just going to assume that you're dying and lay off you because I feel bad.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, he looks so terrible.
I know, but that's not really on brand for us, though, Adam. We're supposed to pile on when we find out he has terminal cancer, right?
Yeah, no, that's you guys. I hang in the back and judge.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true. You apologize for your liberal actor friends.
No, I remember when, what was it? It was Eric Zane. Looked at him, and that was his, Eric knew him.
Yeah.
And hadn't seen him in a while. And the first thing he said was, in all earnestness, was, is he sick? Is he okay?
He's not well. He's not doing well.
He's not, and he doesn't care. He stopped putting on a show. He doesn't care about his audience. He doesn't care about comedy or
He cares
anything.
about money. That's
all he cares about. That's
Misery Loves Money is what the show has turned into. It's not anything about comedy at all. We played the clip recently. We're just like, I'm not even trying to do a comedy show.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously.
And it's not a new show because he just says whatever he wants. He just says, that guy robs banks. And until he shows up here and proves to me he doesn't, we're just going to roll with this, and I'm going to have everybody try and make his life miserable by painting him as a bank thief. And he just keeps doing it.
A D Waver says, Carl, please send Moody the link. Thank you. I did send Moody the link. I know that's a real Moody asking for it in the chat or not, but I did send him the link because I know that the Moody's not happy with the toe this week. Zach Hoffman, hey, boys, who would thrive the best in our world in the Dabbleverse, Benji, Sal, or Richard? And do we finally find out Fred is a penis wrinkle 5? Skull, WATP. So I've been texting back and forth with Shuli this week because of the layoffs. Howard Stern, the big announcement, they laid off 12 more people, and they're only going down to 1 day a week now on the Howard Stern show. And so I asked Shuli, any names that I know or that people would be aware of. He said no. But the other big news, I don't know if he wants me saying this or not. It doesn't really matter. The other big news is that all these people who are being laid off are signing these ironclad NDAs. They can't talk about anything. And Shuli refused to sign an NDA, which is great because he can talk about stuff. And as soon as he started the Shuli show, he was able to do that. If Richard or Benji can't talk about the Howard Stern show or their experience, and this NDA they wanted Shuli to sign was like anything that happened in Sirius at all. Anytime you were in this building or communicating with people from this building or other coworkers, it's like, oh, he was on the Jay Thomas show. He was on Miserable Men. He did a lot of things in the news department. He did a lot of things at Sirius. They're like, you can't talk about anything. What the fuck's the point of this? Anyway, the answer is Richard. Obviously, the answer is Richard.
Were Richard and Sal and Benji fired?
No, not that I know of.
Okay.
I don't think so.
There's a thing running across the internet that says they took the Howard Stern show off their handles on social media.
Okay.
But I don't know if it's real or not.
I don't know if that's real or not either. I haven't heard anything. Cardiff Electric is here. Nice clip, Adam. You're not just a putty face. That's
Thank
true.
you, Cardiff.
He puts together some content for us from time to time. Sorcerer is here. Maybe the lows are equivalent. However, one character is quick and humorous without being easily trolled. But great segment, Chris rules. The Kevin apologist, and I get it, Sorcerer. I think I used to watch MLC all the time. I think Kevin's a very funny guy too. But if you can't tell that he's completely lost it at this point, he's literally just not even trying anymore.
He's my favorite interviewer in the Dabbleverse and one of the funniest comedians I've ever seen in my life. And in the brief time that I worked with him, I saw that's why people want to make a show around him. This guy has that quality. I just don't know why he runs from it now. Probably the cancer.
Probably mental illness would be my guess.
And the cancer.
Speaking of mental illness.
I love to eat peanut butter. I love to eat honey. And I also love to eat beans. Beans. I look great. I feel great. Beans.
I got some notes from some people who were asking if it was cool if they started covering Jerry Banfield. And of course, my response is yes, the more the merrier. I want everyone covering Jerry Banfield. I want people to realize and recognize what an amazing person this is.
You're really letting Shuli do this again?
It wasn't Shuli this time. But just to watch this guy and just to take in what he's putting out there is fascinating. And so I'm glad people are picking up on that and other people are checking it out. And I won't name any names, Pat Dixon, but he's texted me this morning and said, do you know that Jerry Banfield's talking about you? I said, no, I didn't see that. So he sent me the link, which is fantastic because to my knowledge, and Chris, help me out. You've been on the show since we've been covering Jerry Banfield. Has Jerry ever acknowledged us or talked about us?
I don't believe so.
I don't think so either. We've covered him a lot.
He's never acknowledged anyone covering him.
I don't think so.
Because I don't think anyone covers him.
Well, he did now.
Where can I show up and where can I be useful in this? I'm so good at this environment. It seems like this is the best thing for me to do.
He's walking around a park and recording himself. And this is called I'm Betting Everything on YouTube. What if it doesn't work?
I've never seen him do. He's done live stuff. I've never seen him.
Yeah, I've never seen him just walking
in
around
the
outside
wild
before.
Yeah,
but I like this.
It's great. Every time you start a clip with him, he's in the middle of something really. It's never a start and a finish, and it never ends.
But I like the title of this. I'm betting everything on YouTube, but what if it doesn't work? I mean, the chances are slim, obviously, Jerry, but let's hedge our bets here.
And some of the haters never have ideas that are productive. Who are these podcasts? is there any useful idea you have besides something dumb like just get a job and give up on your life and your dating and your dreams?
Kind of our thing.
First off, he goes, who are these podcasts ever have good ideas for me? That's not my job. I figured out my life. That was my only job. So how does Carl make a living? Figured it out. Cool. Awesome.
We were
Moving on.
doing our job.
Could you imagine if I was just like, all right, Jerry, here's the blueprint. I got it all figured out for you. Go fuck yourself with that shit. Do they have any good ideas besides get a job? That is a good idea. You should get a job. Pay your bills. Take care of your children. All these things that, because you're a man with children, you should have responsibility for. What, I got to give up on my dreams? Kind of. Yeah, that ship has sailed. You get to do that like college age. You get to play that role of like, hey, maybe I'll move to Hollywood and become a big star. It's like, all right, well, now I'm going back to New York in my 30s. And it's like Chad Zubak.
Jerry, if you want a successful, whatever this is you're doing, calm down, come off, pretend like you have all the answers. Just seem calm and relax. No one is going to take advice from you on how to better their lives if this is the prototype of what success looks like. Because success looks like a nightmare to me. You got to like be cool and you'll seem like you have the answers. Everything you say is an unsure question, so no one's going to want to take advice from you.
Cult leaders are never unsure of themselves.
Thank you. Much better.
Never once as a cult leader just go, do I have all the answers? Of course not. Like, what am I doing here then? I gave you all my possessions.
And if this doesn't work out, I have a plan B. Don't worry.
I just love that. We're just like, these haters, what do they want me to do? Like something sensible? You could try that, I guess.
One thing that motivates me every time that people are criticizing, it just makes me that much happier. It makes
you look at.
Yeah.
We can tell.
Me that much more excited to see what's possible and to, come out on the other side of that. Because what's funny is whenever you're up and everybody wants your attention and stuff, everybody always wants things and praises you and attacks you too. But, it's really amazing to see who's there when things are challenging. Like, that's what's truly beautiful in life. I remember when I was a police officer in like 2009, they were talking a bunch of junk about me. They were making fun of like that I couldn't get an attractive woman.
This is hilarious. This is quite the anecdote from this guy. This is a guy who wants your money to have a phone call with him for 30 minutes, $100. And he goes, guys, when I was a cop, these guys used to tease me for being a loser. But don't worry, he got the final laugh.
And then I managed to hook up with the dispatcher, one of the dispatchers who was, absolute perfect 10 in my opinion. I couldn't imagine anything that could have been better about her appearance, at least. Personality, well, is another story.
And then I bragged about it, and then I got fired. Like, that's literally the story of Jerry Banfield. Now I'm just assuming that he bragged about it, but the fact that like everyone was teasing him for not getting a hot chick, he's like, "I'll show you. I'll fuck that chick right there." And then he starts bragging about it. They're just like, "We can't do that. It's a conflict of interest here."
And now I live in a field.
It's a beautiful field, though.
Was it common knowledge that he was a cop?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, I had no idea.
Yeah, it's wild. And when you see photos of him, he was fat back then too. He was a fat alcoholic cop, and he really changed his life.
You can picture the cops making fun of him, though. You can just see them standing around.
Oh, my gosh. As a layman, I would make fun of him. Is that the word, layman? Probably not.
But everybody was blown away. A lot of them didn't even believe it. They didn't even believe it. Like, no, that didn't happen.
Oh, so he did brag about it. Oh, Jerry. Okay, well, now we see what's going on. They wouldn't even believe me. He's like, smell my fingers. Like, well, that could be any skank.
I wrote a whole book, Officer Banfield, about that. And I remember all the...
about fucking a hot girl.
And some ugly ones.
Police Academy, yada, yada, crimes, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, this dispatcher...
all them talking junk, and I'm like, I'm going to show all of you what I can do. And I hope, I inspire each of you to wonder what else you're capable of. Because the people who think I have limited capabilities and who want to criticize and stuff only motivate me to show off even more.
Well, get started, buddy.
Yeah. When's that going to happen?
Yeah, what's stopping you?
I'm thinking the JerryBanfield.com family. I'm thinking that should turn into the best business I've had before. My business in the past before was not based on, giving real value to real people. It's based on tricking people into selling me as an authority and getting people. I did.
Wow. Just said the quiet part out loud. Guys, in the past when I made a lot of money, I was tricking people into giving me money. And I would give them in return bullshit. Oh, but now, hold on a second. Now though, when you give me money for these 30-minute calls, it's really good stuff that I'm giving you. Listen, past results are not an indicator of future results. I'm obviously way better at this stuff now. I got to back that up. That's a crazy thing
Yeah,
to
he's
say.
alluded to being deceptive before. He's
Yes.
never just outright said, I've tricked people.
Yeah, I just tricked people into buying stuff that was garbage from me.
And then I trick him into sleeping with me at work.
Anyway, JerryBanfield.com. You can give me $100 to call me on the phone.
Was not based on, giving real value to real people. It's based on tricking people into selling me as an authority and getting people. I did good coaching in some areas, but it wasn't giving the people the most value that could really transform your life.
Tricking people into thinking that I'm the authority is literally what he's trying to do with that school.com site he has. He's like, I will help you with AI. I'll help you with relationships. I'll help you with YouTube. I'll help you with crypto. He's got all these different things he's going to help you fix your life with. But he won't because he can't live his own life correctly.
I've never bought some course from somebody that transformed my life. You read a few audiobooks.
Read a few audiobooks? Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
We'll allow this.
But the audiobooks transformed my life because I also put them into practice and I found that they worked, like the book How Not to Die.
Nailing it.
And I only found that because it was recommended by my uncle, who's a doctor.
He's deceased.
The haters are just nuts on my carnivore diet's trash video. Just another example of the truth is often very simple. I loved what Bobby O said in his recent video. The truth is often very simple, and yet the strategy on YouTube and these other platforms is to bury the truth in a mountain of garbage. So, it's really like finding someone like Bobby O, blockchain pill to follow. Finding someone who's authentic and makes worthwhile content is an absolute just diamond in the rough because almost...
So when you sell yourself, Jerry, like me, I'm one of those guys.
Most of the top content on YouTube is junk.
Oh boy. So I think he's losing the thread here. He's focusing on the haters, which is the thing you don't want to do when you're a creator and trying to get people to pay you to give them advice and help you with their lives. You can't start talking about the haters. And then he does something that's even worse. He defines his target audience for the first time. This is not good.
If I put out all the videos I can every day and it doesn't work because, none of the lonely people who follow me online are interested in, paying to be less lonely and connect with me.
Wow. He just said, my business model might not work because all the lonely people online who would pay me to be their friend so they could be less lonely have decided it's not worth $96 for 30 minutes. Oh, Jerry, you're not supposed to be targeting lonely people. You're supposed to be helping people who need their lives fixed.
He's manipulating people again, and he's projecting because he's the one comfortable spending like $10,000 for a girl to pretend to be his.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're right. He's like, aren't you lonely enough to spend money for companionship for 30 minutes? You're right. I'll do it. I'll pay twice as much.
And if I can't find anything else to work, I'll figure something out. I'm also wondering, is there a better way than just doing YouTube videos? Like I got 1.2 million impressions in the last 28 days. That's pretty good. That's like 40-some thousand impressions for free a day.
It's not good. Impressions don't mean anything. What he's about to talk about here makes me very nervous for him. So we've been covering him for a while. I told you the reason why I found him is because he was talking about how he's $600,000 in debt. He's buying ads to drive people to his content It's only making him a small percentage of the money he's spending to drive people to his content. And he did this for years, to the point where he got $600,000 in debt, and I think even more than that. So listen to what he's thinking about doing now.
But I could crank in a bunch more impressions if I paid for Google ads. I could do specific landing pages and try all kinds of niche terms, broader terms, display ads, search ads, YouTube ad videos. And I wonder, maybe it'd be better to just try and advertise directly. I could just advertise for my membership essentially, and try and get out there like somebody's searching for they could be searching for a connection coach, or I could do the research and AI could help figure out like what are some niche terms people are searching for that my group, my offer at jerrybanfield.com, like I could try and figure out what are some niche terms I could advertise on, make a landing page quickly with my voice and AI, and then potentially convert people off of cold ads straight into the membership.
No, Jerry, no, don't do this again. You've done this already. Fuck. What is wrong with this idiot? He thinks he's going to convert people from he even used the word cold. You're not going to get someone who types a Google search in, I'm looking for a connection coach. I'm sure that gets tons of search volume a month. Connection coach. And then they click on Jerry Banfield, gets to a landing page, and they're like, this guy deserves $49 of my hard-earned money every single month, or $96 for a 30-second call. Whatever the fuck he's selling at this point. It just doesn't work that way.
Anything but get a real job.
Dude.
Do you see that above right at his eyebrows, all that like tension that's always there? As long as you have that, no one will take your advice.
Correct. He's not cool, calm, collected. He's not enjoying himself.
No.
This isn't fun. And the fact that he's contemplating this out loud to his stream, maybe I'll just go like even crazier into that. At what point do people stop giving him money?
I mean, even Joey Mattress has a wife with a job.
Right.
But they could both trade stories about their content being, what should I do?
What should I do? Guys, you tell me, what should I do?
It just seems like with all the people watching my videos, though, that would be more effective. But sometimes you don't know until you try. Sometimes somebody with a very specific search intent can come straight in. So I'm wondering if it'd be worth.
Oh my gosh, this is like a long shot. This is like the Chad Zuma comedy special. It's a Hail Mary. He goes, I'm getting 1.2 million impressions for free. And that's not converting at all. What if I paid for impressions? Well, that's not going to help at all, buddy. I mean, you never know. You don't know until you try. You've tried it. I'm trying to save him a lot of money right now. I don't know if he'll listen to me or not.
Wow.
And this segment started with him saying, these guys don't give me any good advice.
We're trying.
Here it is. Don't buy advertising.
Test that. I've been thinking about it, but then that involves spending more money and more time that's not on creating content. At least with creating content, I know people spent 5,000 hours watching my content in the last 28 days.
Yeah, but that was 30,000 people. So most of them spent minutes and seconds with your content, Jerry. Don't look at it like that. Don't look at big numbers. He keeps looking at big numbers and going like, I'm really successful. You're not.
600,000 is a big number.
That's a real big number when it's dollars that you owe.
Almost 6,000 hours. That's a lot of time people spent watching my content. I guess I'm pretty good at this.
Nope.
That's only 110 days or so on brand new YouTube channels. So that's what I'm thinking about today. And let me know if you enjoy this format of kind of getting out of the studio. It's a little more, naturally, I'm a little more relaxed.
Adam, thoughts? That's what relaxed looks like?
He should not have this much room to just spin freely. He's out of control.
Yes. I've seen videos with Britney Spears that look more under control.
Yeah. Even Opie just stood in one spot while he spun around.
Yeah.
Right.
Jerry, I've watched that clip of the pastor saying he's not going to ride in planes with those demons. You know that clip?
Yep.
I've watched that like 100 times. I'm not signing up for his course, and it's not resulting in like me believing in his faith.
Yeah, that's the thing he's not understanding. He's like, all of these impressions, all these video views, and thousands of hours people watching is not converting into people wanting to pay for my phone calls. Right. It's not working. Well, what if I paid for a bunch more impressions and views and hours watched? No! The worst idea possible.
So I should do it?
Definitely not. Okay. Someone sent this in to me. This is a song, or no, I'm sorry. This is actually a diary entry that Jerry posted in 2022. And the question this person posed was, is this the reason why his marriage fell apart? Now, I don't know, but we heard his song about the chicken yoga.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't this diary entry? This is pretty wild.
A day in the life of Jerry Banfield, December 23rd, 2022. I am early at the Friday yoga class because that way I don't have to be the one who puts my mat next to the girl I have a crush on. I want to make sure this thing is mutual, and I'd rather put the ball in her court, so to speak. So I put my mat in my usual spot, and she comes in right after me, walks up next to me and puts her mat in the same spot I did a week ago, and she looks down at me and says, I guess we're going to make a thing of this. And I'm like, wow. Wow, what else could you have said? That was amazing. Yes, we definitely are making a thing of this. Whether it's a good idea or not, it definitely is a thing at this point. And we get right away into conversation, asking each other questions and answering as fast as possible. The opposite of when you get in a conversation, you're trying to talk and show off. I'm trying to say as little as possible and get to know her. I already know myself.
Smart.
I want to give her as little information as possible and find out about her as much as possible. I do make sure to let her know that I'm married and I have a wife and kids, and I've been married quite a while. And
I'm very bored in my marriage and we're looking for something exciting going on.
But I've said too much.
I ask if that's her girlfriend I've seen her with, and she says, yes, that is her girlfriend. So we have a little bit more time to talk today, but we...
I guess if we're girlfriends and the guys and her at the same time, and
leave class pretty quickly and say goodbye. There's no lingering afterwards or anything. And again, I am absolutely just out of my mind high with the whole time. From the time she sits down and starts talking to me for hours and hours later. But again, I am starting to crash and question everything and resenting that this is even happening, even though I know as the creator of my own reality, I've brought this into my life. I've been putting out the vibe that I want somebody to notice me and somebody to pay attention to me and somebody to flirt with me. And this girl is the first one that's really taken me up on it.
It's not lost on me that whatever image this person used when they posted this video, I don't know if Jerry did this or not. He's obviously in his kid's room, unless that's the wallpaper he has in his bedroom with his wife. Hopefully not.
And again, he looks miserable.
Yeah. Oh, he looks so miserable.
As much as I've wanted. And now I'm like, why did I do this? This would be so much easier without this. But I still feel like this is completely reasonable. And all I'm doing is talking and making a new friend at yoga class. But in my mind, this is such a thing. Now I'm thinking about her every day and often morning, noon, and night. It's rare I even get, a stretch of, most of a day where I don't think about her. And it's not as much fantasizing, although there definitely is some fantasizing. It's just a lot of wondering what she's doing, wondering what else about her life, wondering if there's a way that, we could have life together and not disrupt things as they are now. And then questioning everything. Like, why is life like this? Why?
Monogamy. What the fuck is this all about?
It's so unsexy. Wonder what she's doing. She's picking food out of her teeth.
I don't even fantasize about her. I mean, I did jerk off twice yesterday. But outside of that, I'm just thinking about what would it be like going grocery shopping with her?
Yeah.
Going for a walk with the kids.
Why can't we just have experiences like this and not have them be so uncomfortable and painful and awkward to fit into my existing life? I suppose this is why a lot of couples who are married try and stay away from anyone they might be attracted to, so things like this don't happen. But, I'm not the kind of person that likes to just isolate myself, although I do generally stay away from alcohol because I don't want to have a drink, and I figure if I hang around alcohol long enough, I'm liable to get thirsty, and that maybe this is like that a little bit. But
thirsty for alcohol?
Yeah, what if alcohol is hot?
You know what? Probably not going to see her for a little while anyway. Got Christmas with the kids coming up. We're going to have a really nice family Christmas. And I'm going to focus on that.
No, you're not.
And maybe this will all work itself out.
I wonder what she's doing for Christmas. Jesus Christ. What a diary entry, huh?
Sir, can I please just have the parking ticket?
So that's Officer Banfield. And, he's very bitter now that he's divorced and it's causing a lot of problems for him. He wants to get a new wife and have 2 more kids. He doesn't like dating. That's not going well. It's driving him nuts. But apparently some of these he might have caused his own problems on some of this stuff, it turns out. All right, let's go to supertip.gg/WATP. Tim Bollinger coming in with a super image tip. Bush's Best country-style baked beans. Made these for dinner, and now I can't get the damn beans song out of my head.
I love to eat peanut butter. I love to eat honey. And I also love to eat beans. Beans. I look great. I feel great. Beans.
Good job, Tim. Keep eating those beans. Very good for you. We also have some super chats coming in. Steel Toe Morning Show is here.
Yeah.
Bring it, Moopy. You should be fired. I don't think that's the real Steel Toe Morning Show. Sorcerer says, the Dabbleverse has mostly lost it. Why am I even here?
Oh.
How dare you? Sorcerer again. $5 says, he makes sense to me in context of a gambling use disorder framework. All right, let me start that again. He makes sense to me in context of a gambling use disorder framework. I've heard haters used with points struggling with gambling. Very interesting guy. Sorcerer,
Yeah.
I'm sure you're making a lot of good points here. I'm confused. Adam, help me out here.
I'm gonna jump in here and see what I can do.
Thank
For me, it was the fact that he was talking about swindling a bunch of people, and he seems to feel bad about it, maybe with crypto or whatever. And he seems to think the way to right that wrong is to now do it for real, to really try and help people. But he's not doing that either. He's just lonely and needs friends. So there's definitely some kind of weird addiction substitution going on there, like you're talking about.
Yeah, Sorcerer's a very interesting guy. Knows a lot about the psychiatry and stuff. I'd love to talk to him more about Jerry Banfield. This is an interesting case for sure. Batitudes on the internet. Adam looks so distraught watching these clips. LOL. I know. I was watching it. The pain in his face as we were watching those.
I'm trying to, like, this guy had a married lesbian woman say, you're sitting next to me again. And as a cop, he took that as she wants me and needs me and I'm obsessed. Like, that's frightening.
Yeah, that is a little weird. That's your girlfriend, right? Yeah, we've been together a long time. All right, well, I'm going to fantasize about you now.
She clearly wants me, so.
Yeah, she's like, I know who you are. Batitudes on the internet. Watch some old NLO today. KB used to love Carl. That is true. There was a time. When Kevin Brennan and I were buds. Didn't last long. Hi, Carl. You don't even eat hot dogs with kraut and mustard? Duh. I don't like sauerkraut. I know, it's not right. Sorcerer says, will 1,000,000% do that? Yes, please do that, Sorcerer. I can't wait to hang out again. It's been too long. Sputtering Brain Melendez coming on supertip.gg/WATP.
Get a job is not relevant advice. I'm asking for advice on how to make a 6-figure income without having to work or create compelling content, and how to have 2 more kids without paying support.
Oh,
right. Well,
I apologize.
That part I understood.
That does seem like a pickle.
That's the thing that we were criticizing, actually. All right, let's get into someone who's got his shit all figured out.
Ba, 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 ba.
Opie, as much as he hates the haters and he calls us out for podcasting from our basement and copying Jocktober and whatever else we do that's so easy to do that he could do, he sure does hate a lot of people. And he's got his sights set on none other than Tom Cruise this week. Producer Chris is like, yep, that's what I figured. Yeah. I figured he'd be after Tom Cruise. So this is the Opster letting us know why Tom Cruise is a real prick.
So Tom Cruise goes, you know what? You know what? He goes, I'm going to start a TikTok. Dude, we slave it out day after day. I'm posting videos all day. Sometimes we get 3,000 views on a fucking Instagram. I get excited. This Tom Cruise out of nowhere goes, you know what? I think it's time to join TikTok. He's literally the last person to join TikTok. Literally. Everyone else, our grandmas are on TikTok. And both mine are dead, but they got TikTok account. Everyone has a TikTok.
Scientology gave him permission.
Ho.
Yeah, come on, that's kind of hack. He's just like, oh, Scientology, right? Because we're talking about Tom Cruise. Good one, Ron. You got to work a little harder than that. Just throwing out a word.
You learned it from Opie.
You know, Opie, it's almost like being talented helps you in other fields of entertainment. You know, Opie stomps on cakes or films of fat women eating. Tom Cruise does his own stunts and jumps out of airplanes. It's like, if I put this on TikTok, people might want to watch it. Yeah, sounds pretty cool, actually. Like, look at this fucking asshole who's late to the game. Oh, there's the reason why Tom Cruise gets people watching him. He's pretty good at stuff. What's he so bitter about anyway? Like it's as if Tom Cruise is what's holding Opie back from being successful on social media. So that's not the problem, Opie.
This isn't even FU Friday, is it?
It's not. This was yesterday, Tuesday. He might not have done a show this morning.
Might not.
Might not have. We'll find out more about that.
At least Ron's got his sweet new shirt on.
Oh, God. Ron took all that Venmo money, went right to Target with it. All right, so this is Opie is still mad at Tom Cruise.
Here's my first TikTok. And he's on a giant shovel or something. I don't know, because he's got a new show out called Digger or so. I don't know. I don't
Say what?
Digger. Digger.
I was going, well, that's going to go over big in Boston.
No, I'm Opie. I'm Opie, not Anthony.
Dude, we've documented this. Opie's way more racist than Anthony is on this show. And the fact that, again, hack move by Ron. Oh, it ended with Igor. So now we got to make that joke. Okay, Ron, calm down over there, buddy.
I'm Opie, not Anthony. I said Digger. Thank you.
I thought you said he's on a big.
Huh?
I thought you said there's the picture of Tom Cruise on a big.
Well, a boy's
like,
dream. I bet you Tom Cruise wishes he was on a big.
Oh, I'm sure he has.
Yeah, well, that's what I was getting at, Ron.
Oh, because he's gay. Get it? Yes. He's a gay Scientologist, like my co-host. What's the big deal?
Hey. Outside of the context, Opie is the worst to work with. He is impossible, whatever they were talking about. He was just like, that's what they're calling it. They're saying digger. Huh? That was his response. Huh?
Wow.
And then as soon as he started talking, he just starts talking right over him. He cannot listen to him.
All right. I'm sorry. I'm going to play devil's advocate for Opie right now. You hear that, Emily? We're buddies. If I was dealing with Ron Berman for this long, I'd also be like, all right, Ron, whatever. Shut up. You're not funny. It's enough out of you. Fuck.
However, if I was chronically stuffed up like Opie, I wouldn't even say digger.
I wouldn't take the chance. And you are, and you did. Let me point that out.
I'm not Opie or Anthony.
That's a good point. So let's find out the real reason why Opie's angry with Tom Cruise.
You better be
Another
careful
guy
right
that
now.
should maybe. It's
Be careful.
2026, Tom. No one gives a shit anymore. So maybe you could also help some people out there.
What?
Hold on. What do you got against Tommy?
Tommy Cruise?
Yeah, what do you got against Tommy?
I think he's a phony.
Is it the Scientology?
Well, that doesn't help. So Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise is a phony.
Yeah.
Do you know he's never even actually accomplished a mission that's impossible? It's fucking phony. Can't do anything. You think he can mix a cocktail? He can't.
Nope.
So those are the only movies I know. Anyone I don't have any jokes. Had to go back to the 80s immediately. Can you drive a race car real fast around the track? Huh?
Doesn't play pool either.
That's one.
His legs worked in Born of the 4th of July.
All right. Anyway, I like that Tom Cruise is a phony. Whatever. Who gives a shit?
Did you hear his reasoning, though? Do you see why he says he's a loser?
Why?
Because he's not helping Opie.
Right.
It's literally what Jerry Banfield was screaming about in that empty field. He's like, why aren't these people just stopping what they're doing and helping me? He's like, you have to start a TikTok. You can't just like help out the little guy. What is Tom Cruise supposed to be doing for you, Opie?
What does he owe anyone?
I don't understand this logic. I don't understand getting up in the morning, reading Tom Cruise started a TikTok and having it ruin your day.
I'm going to lead with this. This is going to be good. That's better than Doggy got up and had to pee in the middle of the night and I couldn't fall back asleep.
Marginally, yes.
At least we know who Tom Cruise is. You know?
I have more to work with the Doggy and the getting up at night. I can work with that.
Fair enough. So, Adam, you pulled this next clip. I don't think you believe what Opie's about to say. I'm interested to hear your reason.
I might be reading too much into it. Let me know.
Okay.
You know, I'm a union guy.
So am I.
I'm in the Screen Actors Guild.
So I'm an AFTRA.
Oh, you're an after, all right. You're an afterthought. Bam, boom! Oh, look at that little comedy.
Ron, I don't think we can continue. Tom Martin says 2679. Wow, that's a real name. You guys suck. I don't know if I can go on, Ron. I'm gonna have to take tomorrow off so I can deal.
You're
with
already taking tomorrow off because no one gave you the fucking money. Nobody watched Tony P.
39. We needed 150 for me to do a show tomorrow. Yeah, it's pretty obvious. All right, after this FU, we're gonna close up.
So,
go ahead.
A lot going on here. First off, we'll get back to the money he needs. Opie's so stupid. Tom Martin goes, you guys suck. He goes, oh, Tom Martin 2679? Like, that's a real name. Opie, do you not understand how screen names work? Like, Tom Martin's a very common name, so you had to put some numbers after it. Jesus Christ. I bet Martin 2679 isn't even your real last name. Well, right.
I'm beginning to think Opie isn't even your real name.
Yeah, like, no shit. That's precisely how that works. Fucking idiot. But then Opie is doing this same thing that worked for him last week, but he's upped the ante. Last week, I need $100 or I'm not doing a show tomorrow. That worked really well. He killed the goal. So now he's like, it's 150 this week. I gotta get 150. We've only gotten $30 so far. So I don't think I'm doing a show tomorrow. And so I don't know. What did you think about the SAG and the AFTRA talk?
He's not in SAG.
You don't think Ron's in SAG?
Ron is definitely in SAG. He is paying. That's where his money is going. Greg Opie Hughes won't pay his doorman.
That's true. That's a good point. So, yeah, that's a real good point. He's not paying dues for that.
He's not paying thousands of dollars a year for work he's not doing. And also, either he was making a joke or he's that out of touch when he's like, I'm an AFTRA. That's because he was an AFTRA, because AFTRA was for the radio people back when he was on the radio. So I'm wondering if he even realizes that those unions have merged and they're now one. So you're not in AFTRA. You're all in SAG.
That's a really good point. It's like Stuttering John talking about this shit.
Yeah.
Where he's acting like he's still in that. Meanwhile, it's like, well, there was a picket and you walked right across it. That's how that happened. Like, you're obviously not in it.
Yeah.
All right, let's...
well, another thing to note really fast.
Yes, please.
You pointed out something last week that Opie's obsessed with the number 37. And I hadn't realized that, but he is. He says it all the time. And I know it should be meaningless, but when we're asking for like numbers for a charity and you're always saying it's at 37, it makes me think you're lying or not really looking, because it can't always be 35 or 37, yet it always is.
Right. And we're going to see that happen again. Brian Chadwick 9405 says my name is fake. Yes, that is, obviously. Opie does a great impression here.
This is him. This is Michael Rappaport. All right. Thanks, Ron. I'm going to go.
That's it.
No, it's not it.
Do you want to listen? I only have so much. I can only carry the show so much.
I've carried it, Ron. You know that. I can't wait to take tomorrow off. It's pretty obvious I need to take a breath.
Listen, quickly. Do you want, before we go?
Wait, how much do we make? Oh, no, I'm good. The bounty's 150. I work tomorrow and do a show with Tony P and no Ron. But yeah, we're good. I'm not working tomorrow. It's we've made 30, I think 35, $35. Go ahead, Ron.
You want to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees.
This fucking Michael Rappaport impression sucked.
Woo!
I was not a fan of that.
You're not charismatic.
He lacks charisma.
You know when you have to say the name of the person you're doing the impression of in the impression? I'm Michael Rappaport. It's not.
Yeah. not really the best. So then Opie has the, all right, we're out of here. And then, well, okay, not really. let's keep trying to.
Oh, it was a half hour into the show when he said that, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And didn't Ron come with, like, if you were to guess what he would segue into with having no knowledge, you would say, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees.
Yeah, why not? Is that even happening right now?
Who
I've never heard anyone else
It's
talking
the
about
most
this.
meaningless topic to anyone, anywhere.
Right. And I like that Ron goes, well, I got to carry the show. He's like, I'm the one carrying the show. Did you see my Michael Rappaport impression? Well, right.
Yeah, it was gold.
Forgot about that. Dude, this next clip is wild. Tony Hinchcliffe hosts a show called Kill Tony. It's pretty obscure. You've probably never heard of it. It's huge. It's on Netflix. They sell out Madison Square Garden. Everyone's heard of it. So they talk about Tony Hinchcliffe, and Opie is such a narcissist. No one can be having success outside of what Opie has done or is doing. Everything leads back to Opie and Anthony with him.
Yeah, it doesn't smell. This is going to be my act when I go on Kill Tony to get that golden ticket. Then the world's going to be mine. What do you get if you get a golden ticket? Kill Tony. Can you tell me what happens to these people?
Have
Do
you
they
ever
have amazing careers after that? What happens?
You ever run in with him? You have a
And just real quick, just to explain to Opie what's going on. So the comedy club up the street from us, Comedy at the Carlson, I go there twice a week because I record the Creep Off bonus shows there. Also, I go there for shows. I'll be there this weekend for Ryan Long and for Vinny's show Saturday night, Vinny's Dirty Joke Book. Get tickets. And I see all the comics that are coming in, and you can't believe how many comics on their posters say, as seen on Kill Tony. This guy makes so many people's careers that they go on Kill Tony, they become a regular on Kill Tony, and then they tour on that. And everybody's like, what does this even mean? Millions of people saw them, and now they can go tour the country doing stand-up.
There was the Tonight Show. Before that, it was the Catskills. Then there was the Howard Stern Show, the Opie and Anthony Show.
Yep.
And now there's this thing.
Now it's Kill Tony and Joe Rogan. Right.
It's not crazy.
Exactly.
like
The
you have done the show.
guy, I know he's another guy that was a huge fan of Opie and Anthony. They all were.
By the way, he's
Ooh, what a douche. He's like, I know. I don't even know what he's doing with his ears right there. I know he was a huge fan of Opie and Anthony. Why do you know Tony Hinchcliffe was? They all were. Ugh. Now I hate Opie and Anthony. I don't want to be linked to that the way he just said that. What an asshole.
Opie and Anthony, they all were.
By the way, he
Most
seems
of them
like a
were.
guy that would be a huge fan of O&A. He's got that type
yeah.
of humor.
Well,
He's
kinda
raunchy.
We kind of did the Kill Tony bit on our Opie and Anthony show, by the way. Where
What do you mean?
We had a panel of comedians, like Jim Norton was.
Ooh, Robin, I invented that. Ooh,
took the lead, and others would come in, and then we would have comedians come in and try out their act, and then
Wait,
they
but
would.
you did it first, or you copied him?
No, we did it first.
Oh, you think he copied you?
I have no idea. I know we did it, and there's proof of it.
Hold on. So you had a panel and comics would come in. Did anyone come in that actually turned out to be good? Or we would know?
Yeah, what's his name?
Yeah, who actually turned out to be?
He ended up having a decent career. So we literally did the Kill Tony bit on our show.
Okay.
It wasn't a regular, but it was definitely a go-to. And we'd have comics come in that were just getting started. They would come in live on the show.
This is O&A?
Huh?
This is with O&A? Or with...
keep up, Ron. Yes, Opie. He's talking about Opie and Anthony. What else are we talking about where he accomplished something?
Was that Tony P or Kumi or the other? Which one?
Be a man.
What a retard.
Was it that guy?
Jim Norton. Okay.
And then Jim Norton took the lead. It was more his bit, obviously.
Well,
And then, but then if Patrice or I'm trying to remember some of the other comics were in, they would be on the
Was
panel.
Carl
too, and they
there?
would
Was
roast
Carl
the
Ruiz
shit
there?
Vic Henley, was he on the panel? Shut up.
guy, and then give him some pointers on how he could be better. And we did the bit.
All right.
Yeah.
I want to know who actually did it and then someone who actually was successful.
Dude,
give me a name that we would know.
Oh my God, because someone helped me out there. His name was
What's he look like? Black,
Seymour
white?
Smith, Seton Smith.
Jesus Christ, Opie. Taking credit for Kill Tony. It's like, really? Did you like break any comics from that? Because someone tell me if I did or not? That'd be great.
That's the only thing of value that Ron just added.
Yeah. Oh, Ron added nothing to that.
No, but he held his feet to the fire.
Yep. Opie, Jesus Christ, he invented Kill Tony.
So is this just a lolcow trait? Because
Yes.
this isn't Howard claiming he invented everything. This is Stuttering John being bitter and jealous and claiming that Triumph stole his act and Don Knotts stole his act. And anyone who ever did an interview stole his act. Anyone who had comics on, he invented it because he's so out of touch he needs to feel connected.
It's such a bizarre thing to say. Tony Hinchcliffe was a huge fan of mine, and we did this before he did it. Okay, man, if that's what you need, if that's what you need to hear.
Yeah, Tony Hinchcliffe's real easy to put in a box. He's just like one type. It's real easy to figure that guy out.
So Opie says I need $150 to do a show tomorrow. This is Tuesday. So to do Wednesday's show, he needs $150 on the Tuesday show. Ron can't make it on Wednesday. He's already said I'm out. So he's like, all right, fine, I'll get Tony P. Tony P will do the show with me. How do we get enough money so that Tony P can come and do the show on Wednesday?
Tim goes, he just gave $1.99. Get your butt to work tomorrow. No, we're only up
For $1.99?
No.
How desperate are you?
We're $37. It has to be $150. So guess what, Tim? You're not going to get your wish.
I don't understand. Tony says he's doing fine in this Trump economy and he's making good money. Why doesn't he guarantee himself tomorrow?
Oh, a show tomorrow.
Ron's suggestion is the custodian should give him $120 to put him over the edge to get to the 150 so that he gets to do a show with Opie the next day. That was Ron's solution to this. Hey, Tony P, put your money where your mouth is. Give us money.
Yeah.
I'm a co-host, motherfucker.
No, this is
also,
what Kathy
Chris,
Griffin
I haven't
was...
seen you super chat at all during the show.
This is what Kathy Griffin was talking about with that actress saying, why don't you say Free Palestine during your curtain call?
Right, yeah.
They're not looking out for each other.
I know.
For tomorrow. I would love to do the show with Tony tomorrow, but I also would love a day off. So I'm good either way. Listen to me.
Jesus Christ. All right. Let's go in a different direction. Opie witnessed a movie being filmed in Manhattan. Can you believe it? It's pretty crazy. And he brought his kids down there to check it out.
I took my kids because they were filming in the neighborhood to the movie never came out. Christian
Which
Bale.
one?
Christian Bale in that Frankenstein movie.
Oh, my friend was on that. My friend.
It most certainly came out. What is he talking about? I know about this because I saw Lucy Tightbox do a review, or Kaylee, whatever she is. Once I was with Kaylee, did a review of this movie. It looked ridiculous, but it most certainly came out. Christian Bale as Frankenstein.
Oh, my friend was on that. My friend was a lead extra on that. Yeah, that's
whatever.
They filmed that on the Upper West Side.
They filmed in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
So
what happened to that movie? He's so out of fucking touch. Did you look up to see if it came out yet before you started complaining?
I don't want to be a stickler, but what's a lead extra?
My friend was a lead extra. He's like, get out of my way. I want to be in this shot. I'm the lead extra.
me and the kids went a few times.
Yeah.
And I got recognized once, so they literally let me sit in an area that didn't want anybody. But this one guy recognized me from the old days.
You think being a lead extra is a big deal? They recognized me. I had to sit in an area where most people couldn't sit.
Liar.
Cool.
Never happened.
No, it's so stupid.
And all of a sudden, Christian Bale sits right next to us in his Frankenstein fucking makeup with his son. There was no war. There was no war. He was going to his son. You want a snack? He's talking to his wife. I think it's his wife. Young, really nice little family. And they were sitting there like literally right next to us. I was able to say hi. It was very brief and nothing that's worth even getting into. But I actually said hi. He was polite. Yeah. And he was sitting there bored shitless waiting for his one moment.
Christian Bale responded to him.
What the fuck are you doing?
None of that happened.
None of this happened. What's he talking about?
He was a spectator watching a film shoot, and a PA recognized him, invited him onto the set, and then sat him down with the Oscar-winning lead actor of the film and his family, and then left him.
Yep. And then Opie goes, hey, what's up, Christian? And Christian goes, hey, Opie. Yeah. What's going on, man? Good to see you.
He wanted to say he met him, but when asked what was he like, he didn't want to have to say anything. So this is the bullshit he came up with.
That's a wild story. Like, it was such a nothing story. He did no research, doesn't even know anything about the movie.
It won't be tomorrow, but this is the scene. And the woman's hanging, and that's Christian Bale grabbing her.
This is so dumb, too, because Opie goes, there's so much downtime on this set. You can't even believe it. They're not even like just shooting the whole time. You don't say, Opie. Wow. You must be an expert on this stuff. So anyway, he films it on his phone. He's going to show us.
It won't be tomorrow, but this is the scene. And the
Oh, I
woman's
see.
hanging, and that's Christian Bale grabbing her leg. And that's it. That's all
So
they
he's
did.
in the white shirt and she's in the red dress.
He's in the black, like, see, grabbing at her leg. That's all they
I see.
filmed.
Okay.
That's all they filmed all night long. We sat there and watched.
What a
So
show.
don't tell me it's a war. They were bored out of their mind.
It's not a war, dude. They have craft service.
Oh,
they have gourmet
bored.
food.
So jealous, these assholes. I want that job. Instead, they're just counting money on their show. They've turned into Aaron Imholte.
All right, we have one last thing to do, and that is to see if I'm working tomorrow. I put a $150 bounty on working tomorrow. Ron's not here. It was going to be me and Tony P. Let's.
What are you up to?
I'm. Well, if you give me, you can keep talking because wow, you guys are babbling today, huh? I'm sorry I don't spend more time on the chat, but we have actual things to talk about.
We're talking about real life.
Another thing with live streamers, this is what they do.
Oh, but you're so much better than that. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. They try to find shit to talk about in a chat.
They also beg for money like you've been doing.
Yeah.
Nonstop, you idiot.
You also told us that movie didn't come out.
Right.
To talk about in a chat. I don't have time to look at the chat.
I don't have time to look at the chat. How does he stare around and goes, what else you got? You can also be looking at the chat while you're doing that, Opie.
Opie, you've had me blocked for a month now. You
Yep.
have me. There's no one in there. Please.
You're
Come
looking
on.
at the chat.
Glance at it. I try, but all right. We got $10. What's the bounty? 150.
150.
All right. I made $10 today, or we made $10 today.
We.
I said we. $22. $27, $29.
Making a little bit of money is ruining the show. That's all it took was the tiniest amount of money started coming in. There's a PayPal, there's a Venmo, there's super chats, and now it's the only thing they're focused on. Build an audience. Opie, put out a good show. Ron, put out a good show. Build an audience. Money will come in.
Carl, you give us the tapes, we get the record deal, and then we give you the money. It's simple.
It's so dumb.
$9, $31, $33, $35. The bounty's $150 to work tomorrow. We're up to $35. Do we have more? Do we have more? Do we have more? I could be one of those auctioneers. Let's go. What do you got? $37. Is Opie going to work tomorrow? He needs $150.
No, I have 40. I have 40. 40 going 40 going twice.
37. Do we have 40? Do we have 40? Nope.
Going once, going twice. Sold.
37. Do I count PayPal? Let me see if I got a PayPal, Ron. It's scrolling across the top screen. Let's see if I got a PayPal.
Okay, Aaron, let's check your PayPal.
Tony's sitting there. Tony's like, please. No PayPal today. $37.
Has Tony chimed in at all?
I ain't working tomorrow.
Has
No,
Tony
he's
chimed
busy.
in at all?
No, he's busy. He's busy. He
Because
probably
he would definitely chime in and go, come on, guys.
No, maybe not. Maybe he needs to.
Maybe he needs a break too.
Yeah, maybe he needs the break too. But it looks like I'm not working tomorrow. Good.
And if you, okay.
Wow, finally Opie gets a day off.
Yeah.
Thank God. This guy's been working too hard.
It's such a grind.
What a bitch. Unbelievable. Just pay me. Fine, then I won't work. Okay, man. All right, so this is how the show ends.
All right. So no show tomorrow, Tony. Sorry, buddy. Sorry. Put the bounty, and the people understood I needed to take the day. That's how I look at it.
The people have spoken, and they've said no Tony P. People have spoken.
Is that what happened?
It's a democracy. They
that
said
what
no
happened?
to Tony P.
All right. Well, I'm going to go, Ron.
All right, everybody. Have a good day.
Ron, thank you. This was fun.
Yep. I'll see everybody Thursday morning.
Yeah.
Can you?
Opie's such a child. He was staring at himself and playing with his hair.
Yep.
Well, you guys aren't giving me money, so you don't want to watch me make a faux hawk right now? No, Opie, it's not content. It's not
I'm
great.
having trouble gauging if this is a bit, they hate me. So if I say I don't want to work, they'll pay me to work. And that worked once. So then he upped the bounty.
Yes.
Is doing it again. And it didn't work. And I can't tell if he's actually, I feel like it's all of it. He didn't want to work, but he's bummed he didn't make the goal and he doesn't know how to feel. And the first time I've heard him speak in his real voice in a long time is when he just said, "This was fun, Ron. Thank you."
Yeah. It's a win-win for him. If he makes the money, he makes the money. If he doesn't make the money, doesn't do a show.
He's still rich.
We should try that. You have one more clip on here, and do you want to set it up?
No, ignore that.
Oh, ignore that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, in that case, we're going to talk about Steel Toe addressing me directly. I was texting with him over the weekend, and he decided to post all of that on X. So we'll get into that. And Megan is standing by with Is It Gay? We'll get into that. First, supertip.gg/WATP. Stevie Two Nubs coming in.
I didn't die a horrible death at Blind Mike's hand just to watch Opie rob an ungrateful waiter of thousands of dollars. Please handle this situation, fellas.
Rumble Trenchcoat, a Columbo podcast.
The last time I beat a dead horse like that Tom Cruise digger joke was, well, you know.
Fair enough. A little Carl, Opie is the most evil non-lawbreaker in the history of the world. Is that true? We don't know if he doesn't break laws. He might be murdering people. Batitudes on the internet. Watch it, Ron. Xenu is watching.
That's true. That is true.
No, Xenu is not watching. That was millions of years ago. Xeno's not concerned about the Earth anymore.
No, but by the time Xeno reaches, I'm not going to get into Dianetics right now, but if you want to do a members only episode, I'd love to talk about it.
I actually have a lot to learn now that you mentioned it.
I have a lot to teach.
D Waver Taps. TAPS.
Tom Cruise movie.
Got it. Charity McDennis says, something tells me Ron's a close talker in real life. God, I bet his breath is horrendous too. Can only imagine. Stevie Two Nubs, I invented Kill Tony. Did it have any success? No, not really. This guy sucks out loud. I know. It's ridiculous. He wants credit for inventing it. And it's like, has anyone even come out of that and been famous because of it? Yeah, for sure.
And in his description of it, it sounded like Jim Norton invented it.
Well, that's a good point. Yeah. Well, actually, Jim's the one who brought in the comics, and
Yeah.
he was the one. Him and the other comics that came on the show were the ones who critiqued it.
Was this on O&A?
Jesus Christ, he's so stupid. G. Shepardini, I had all the original ideas for Star Wars and everything. I know, me too, man.
Yeah. You know, Joseph Campbell in The Power of Myth never sued George Lucas. They just let him run with it.
That's true. You don't have to take credit for everything that happens. All right. Let's get into my buddy Aaron Imholte, because him and I were chatting just recently.
Please, guys, Streamlabs, PayPal, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, Venmo. Maybe, you know what? Maybe we don't deserve it.
All right. Aaron's going to call me out on Monday morning as a liar because I mentioned that I've reached out to Aaron and wanted to go on his show. And Aaron said, Carl's a liar. He's never reached out to me to go on a show. And I said, well, that's true. I just mentioned it many times on This Little Piggy and Who Are These Podcasts. And I assume Aaron watches this stuff because he critiques it all the time. Tells me what a terrible broadcaster I am and how awful we are. So I assume he watches the stuff and it gets back to him. So I assume that he knew that, I wanted to come on his show. And so he comes on his show and he goes, oh, Carl's a liar. He never messaged me about this. So I texted him and I said, you watch my shows enough to know I'm constantly crying and seething, but you haven't heard me say repeatedly, I'd like the invite to come on Steel Toe. Okay, let's pretend that's true. Now you know, when can I come on? So basically, and he's the one who posted our private text message thread here. And he wrote, I knew this was coming. Don't let the bravado fool you. This nerd is insecure and needs the toe and his dopamine hit. He's addicted. Let's see how desperate he will get. Now, of course, all this stems from when I was on with Chad Zumach. And the first thing I said to Chad was, thanks for having me on. Pussy's like, Aaron Imholte won't even have me on the show. At least she'll have me on and talk to me. And Aaron goes, oh, this made me so happy because he watched the whole interview. He goes, it made me so happy. I'm living rent-free in Carl's head. He brings me up immediately on the show. And so he goes, he's never asked me, he lied. He's never asked me to be on the show. So I texted him. I go, well, okay, let's pretend you didn't know I wanted to come on your show. Now you know. Can I come on your show? And he says, I knew I had you dancing to my tune. I didn't know you were this down bad. Thank you so much for this. So I said, what are you afraid of? So he says, what are you so desperate for, Carl? I don't watch you. You do a tribute to me weekly, It's not hard to know. I'm in your head. Good luck today, kid. Okay, so that's what he posted on Twitter. I did a quote retweet of this because he missed an important element of our text conversation. And he says, I'll give you the last word. So I responded to him after saying, you missed an important part of this. I said, you calling this little piggy a tribute is the definition of coping. I'm offering to go on your show where you make all the money. I just made a lot of money for Chad. It's a good offer. You wanted Karmic on because you think you can control that. You're scared of me. There's no other way to spin it. So that's what happened on Friday. This is the conversation I had. And he read that last message, and there was no more conversations after that on Friday afternoon. Monday morning, he comes back, and he's got some things to say. This clip actually starts with talking about this new court order that's coming in. Kayla Ricada has applied for an HRO for 50 years against Aaron Imholte. Now, currently, Aaron can't talk about Kayla because of the revenge porn court order's probation that he's under. But probation will end at the end of September. And then Kayla doesn't want him talking about her after that. So she's like, hey, can I get an HRO for another 50 years? So it starts with Aaron talking about that.
Annoyed Wawa supervisor says 27 grams of unidentified substance is greater than Lindsey Graham. I get to, I'll just make a quick statement and then we won't say anything, because when I don't say anything and I let lawyers handle it, I win. I get to buy super attorney Brian Johnson a boat, and I get to really fight my balls off the way I should have a long time ago. I'm very excited about that. Twice I get to do that.
So his brag right there is, I have to give my attorney Brian Johnson a bunch more money. And he's like, isn't this great? I get to buy my attorney a boat. Aaron, you can't afford a boat. Why would you be able to pay enough money to your attorney that he could buy a boat? So what does that even mean? And why would that be a brag? Like, hey, Kayla Ricada is asking for this HRO. I got to go to court again to fight this thing. Isn't that great? No, it sucks. Going to court sucks, idiot.
I just got my taxes back, and I owe a lot of money.
Yeah.
How would he know he wins if he keeps his mouth shut? He's never kept his mouth shut.
Correct.
But that's what we'll say about that today. Picnic table boat captain already seething in the chat this morning. I appreciate it. Picnic table boat captain. All I'll say is this, buddy. In time, you will see, and I will accept your apology. Thank you.
Oh, shit.
Very, very much.
That deserved the applause break he got.
Very, very much. Speaking of steel-toed dubs, boy, did I play that Carl like a fiddle this weekend. So Friday, I took a little jab at Carl, and I knew it would ruffle his feathers. Carl's very insecure. He doesn't like not having the last word. And I knew that if I just poked him a little bit, I would elicit a reaction out of him.
I'm so insecure, I invited myself onto his show and asked him when I could come on. So insecure.
Carl went on and lied when he was on with Chad Zumach, and he said, I've been asking Aaron to have a debate. You know what that smile talking panic voice he does?
Do I smile talk or do I panic? The way he was doing it seemed like I was like very concerned. If you watch that show, he didn't play any clips, of course. I don't think I seemed all that strung out or worked up.
Looked like you were having a good time.
I did, actually.
I've been telling Aaron, I've been calling him out for a debate forever, and blah, blah. I'm like, I don't have one text. I don't have one DM. This guy.
Not the point, retard. You know now. Have me on.
Is a liar. He's a rat piece of shit. Never did it. And I'm like, but I bet you if I throw just a little jab. Here's the thing about Carl. He can do like a weekly cope show about you where he's like, I have to let people know that I don't like this guy. And then it can have the law of diminishing returns. You can humiliate yourself multiple times, like with a jail call and constant L's. And then...
You like how he elaborated on all the things I do to embarrass myself? There was the Mikey P interview, et cetera, et cetera. The list goes on. Yeah. Okay,
endless. And how do we know Mikey P again?
Right. Because this fucking retard went to jail.
Another win for the dude.
Bragged about playing basketball.
All I have to do is do like a 2-minute thing where I just needle you a little and you'll fly off the handle and you'll play it forever. You'll talk about it. I'll hand you content and you'll seethe. Well, I got him again. I knew that if I called him out for never actually coming to me and asking for he said a debate. I'm like, what debate? We're not political candidates.
Hey, we don't have to have a debate. I can just call you out on all the lies that you tell on your program over and over and over again. How does that sound? Whatever you want to call that. Exposing you. Let's call it. Carl exposes Aaron.
Sounds like a tribute show to me.
Yeah, for sure.
You grift on my name for money. You have to get yourself over at my expense. And I mock you for 2 minutes at a time, and you fly off the handle. That's like our whole thing. There's no debate there. And by the way, also not a good look to ask for debates, because boys and girls, who asks for debates, the person who's behind.
Is that a saying?
In presidential campaigns only.
Okay.
Sure.
So who denies debates? The people who've been lying and don't want to get called on their lies. Been lying to his audience for months about everything that's going on in his life, with me, with this little piggy. And I want to expose that and tell him what's up. And he's afraid. He can't handle that. That's why he's denying it. It's not a good look to say, like, this guy wants to come on my show and I'll make all the money. And I just saw this happen with Chad Zumach, where there's a big audience, probably 4x what Chad usually gets, because I was on there talking to him. And it's like, yeah, I'll come on your show. We can promote that, get people watching and giving you money. He's just like, nah, you're a pussy.
But anyway, back to we need more Rumble rants, and we need more.
Right, yeah. It sounds like you're afraid.
Aaron, we're all gonna know that this is because you're afraid. This has been going on for too long. People have been pitching me as a guest to talk about Scientology, and you said, no, I want to have David Miscavige on. I can't have low people in the church. I need to get these. All of your excuses for not having these very relevant guests that you talk about constantly on to say the things that you're saying when they're not there. Everyone sees through this. You can't keep doing it forever. We know it's because you believe you can't win. If you believe you can, and these are tribute shows, then hand it to us. Embarrass us in front of everyone. Go ahead. Other than that, you're just scared.
He wins every argument when he's by himself.
Yep.
That's the only way he can win an argument. And he's got his little applause sound effect, which is his little blankie that he needs to cope with. Let me wrap myself up in my little blankie and prove that I'm the winner.
And as long as I keep saying we, I won't be so alone.
Right.
Asks for debates, the person who's behind. My thought has always been this. If you're comfortable with what you do, if you're confident, you talk your shit, I'll talk my shit. There's no reason for us to really talk to one another.
Well, the reason for that is that I don't lie and you do.
I mean, I don't need him for money. He desperately needs me for money, and he kind of proved that again. So I'm like, if I
make no money off of this fucking idiot. He's not box office. Nobody cares. I didn't even include him in the thumb or the description of this episode.
Just throw a little shade at him. If I just tweak him a little bit, I bet you I'll get him to react. He sends me a panic text. I put it up online where he goes, since you watch everything I do, and I got the first cope out of him. Make him make the first move, Conway. I got the first cope out of him.
Well, hold on a second, Aaron. You critique me all the time. You tell me how I talk and how I present and why I'm a bad broadcaster and why we're not good at making fun of you. And now his thing is like, I never even watched this guy. This guy's acting like I watch his show. Okay, well, there's another lie I caught you in, that retard.
It taught me that Carl watches all things steel toe.
Actually, Bubble Popper does, and I appreciate that. Thank you to Bubble Popper, who sends me over all the highlights.
Because when you're a narcissist like Carl is, you project everything you do onto the other person. Carl clearly watches everything steel toe. I don't watch any of his Cope show. Any of it. Not one clip, not one thing. I don't know what Carl says on a weekly basis.
Interesting.
Why does the HRO that you took out against Patrick Melton include the fact that we showed topless photos of you on This Little Piggy and Hackmania if you've never watched any of this? Because that was part of This Little Piggy. I've never watched a clip. I don't know anything about it. It's included in court documents, you pussy.
How does he know you smile talk?
Right. He did say that I smile talk. He watched the entire interview I did with Chad, or debate, or whatever you want to call it. So it was riveting enough for him to watch the whole thing. He's like, why would I want to have this on my show? For that exact reason.
Don't. but he needs me to because that'll make him less pathetic. That means in Carl's head, somewhere locked away is, oh, God, I have to talk about Toe. That's his thing. I have to. For money, for attention, for clicks. Otherwise, I don't have anything. See, I make content out of stuff I think about what's going on. Carl needs other people. Always has. Even like to do a good show, he needs other cast members. I think Mersh nailed it. He's Opie. Carl is Opie.
I literally have a text from Aaron when I did a solo stream where he's like, hey, I like this solo Carl. I want to see more of that.
The same guy. I think that's why he has such a weird venom for him. He sees himself in Opie. So he starts sending me texts, and I'm like, Carl, why are you so desperate? Like, this is pathetic, dude. What are you doing? It's all up on my Twitter. And I just kind of kept needling him in the text messages, and he kept taking it so seriously. If you don't have me on your channel, that means you're afraid of me. I'm like, Carl, this comes off as desperate. Go ahead, kid. I'll give you the last word. Kind of dismissively, because I know that's what he wanted. And he's like, if you don't have me on your show, that must mean you're afraid of me. And I'm like, no, Carl, I mean, what it is basically is you need me for content. My audience thinks you suck and you're boring and would be mad if I had you on.
First off, your audience is a lot smaller than mine. So let's start with that. Secondly, what makes you think your audience doesn't want to see me come on and debate you, talk about me all the time? He brings my name up all the time on his show. Wouldn't it be amazing if one of these people he talks about nonstop, what a loser they are and how pathetic they are, came on the show and talked to him? He'd been trying to get Karmic on. Does his audience want to see Karmic on the show? No one wants to see Karmic. The guy has no audience.
Every single person in his chat told him to send me the link when I was trying to get on.
Right. Have Adam on the show. Have me on the show. Don't act like it would bore your audience. Johnny Crutches bores your fucking audience. You have that retard on your show for 9 hours a week, and you're telling me that I'm not good enough to be on the show? That's a lie. It's a bold-faced lie, and it's pathetic, and no one's buying it.
Nope.
That's a wild excuse, by the way. That's so pathetic that he would say that. I would have him on the show, but my audience would be mad at me for doing that. Oh, compelling radio. Yeah, they hate that shit.
Because it would take away from the good show I do.
I forgot, White Power Hour. Right. Yep. Could you imagine if I ate into some of the White Power Hour where he plays Erica and Nazis marching on the screen behind him? The audience would be pretty pissed about that. Aaron, why aren't you begging for money? Why are you letting this guy call you out of all your bullshit?
He also said, I don't think the Catholic Church or any of the things you believe in, Aaron, would support your philosophy of, I say my things alone in a bubble, you say your things alone in a bubble, and we don't need to ever have a discussion.
Right. Doesn't make any sense.
No.
I'm the star of your show.
Incorrect.
Which doesn't say a lot of good things about you. So I knew if I threw that little something out there on Friday morning, I knew he'd see it, and I knew I'd elicit a response. And he sent me the first text message in like over a year.
Hey, Aaron, I'm making you respond to my text message right now. I'm actually playing you like a fiddle. See how easy that is? See how easy it is to just be like, hey, you did a thing. I made him do that. No matter what that thing was, I didn't predict it ahead of time. I'm just saying after the fact, he's doing this because I made him do this. I'm making you do all of this, Aaron.
Fucking got him, boys and girls. That was...
I don't have the audience sound effect thing, so maybe it doesn't sound as official, but look at, I made Aaron look like an asshole. Is that how you do it, buddy?
I have to say, a f***ing masterstroke by Steel Toe. So Steel Toe trips up Carl again, just like the Mikey phone call. Unforced errors all over for old Carl from Rochester. It's always nice to beat up a nerd every now and again.
How do you make someone have an unforced error?
I don't know. I think that's not how that works.
Okay.
So Aaron said that Monday morning. This morning, Bubble Popper sent me a clip. He did it again. He talked about me again. Now, I have not brought this up until now. I've been waiting for WATP to bring this up because I did Drew's show yesterday, which is fascinating. If you have to watch what I did with Drew, it's up on YouTube. It's on our Patreon. But holy shit, Jerry O'Connell went on Sam Roberts' show, and then he went on the Boneyard, and they talked all about Corey Feldman and the beef the Boneyard has with Corey Feldman. And Jerry's like, I got to bring Corey on here. It's fascinating. Anyway, watch all of that. We also talked about Tom Segura and Christina P. breaking up. Very interesting stuff. My point is, I have not talked about Aaron at all. I was in New York City this past weekend. I came home. I did the Creep Off Monday night. Did Drew's show yesterday. WTP Wednesday. I'm finally talking about it. Aaron is a fucking idiot and believes everything that people tell him.
When you call me lard ass.
This is from this
Speaking of
morning.
making people feel bad, MSO let me know this morning that, oh boy, did I get to old Carl. Oh my. He said he posted his response to you. He goes, you made him mad.
Did I say the Boneyard? Bonfire. Did I say Boneyard?
You did.
Fuck. Bonfire. Right. It was the show that was
Okay.
out there.
You're excited.
God damn it. Big J. Robert Kelly. Dan Soder before.
He goes, I think Carl's about to crack. I don't know why he does that. I don't know why he gets so mad about things I say. I always say this about Dabbleverse guys. You can tell them openly what you're doing and they won't hear you. They'll just get mad and they'll spurg out. I say every time I'm working Carl, I'm trying to get a reaction out of him. I'm just trying to get him to emote and be upset and not do his smile talking fake confidence.
I've never heard him say that. Does he say that all the time?
I don't watch his show.
Yeah, well, okay, fair enough.
And what does he do? He breaks character. He starts raging out. I mean, I rage bait the fucker and he crashes out every time. And then he's like, oh yeah, Aaron, debate me. I'm a fucking killer. I got you, you bitch. You. And then I just sit here and go, look what I made him do. Like, he thinks I'm in this to like set up to a big showdown on Fox News or something.
No, I think you're a pussy who won't talk to me. Just have a conversation. I never raged about it. I sent you a couple text messages. You sent text messages back. And then you posted them on the internet because you wanted to get a W. By the way, you should see the comments under his X post. I was just like, Aaron, this doesn't make you look good. You're avoiding this thing. It doesn't make any sense that you would avoid it.
I just want to see if he'll go mental. That's it.
Aaron, you've already gone mental. We watch you pretend to drink urine from a bowl. You beg for the goal and you break down and say, this is what people make fun of me for. I wish I didn't have to do this.
You're a convicted revenge pornographer, Aaron.
It's wild that he's just like, isn't Carl embarrassing himself? Barely compared to this idiot.
We've said for like 15 years now, the only way you can beat the toe is to completely ignore the toe.
Aaron, you went to jail. You lost your wife. You lost your Twitch. You lost your YouTube. You've lost, my friend. The only way you can beat it is by ignoring him. This is what he wants. Guys, can you just stop making fun of me, please?
Yep. The
Just
only way
leave me alone. I don't like it that you want to come on the show and call me out for all my lies and how I gaslight my audience. Can you stop doing that, please?
And this is the guy who wanted to box everyone.
Yep. When we were making fun of him on a show, he goes, I'll tell you what, I'll fight you in a ring, which is the calling card of every lolcow. We've seen it time and time again with all these idiots. I can't win with my jokes or my wit, so let's fight.
Otherwise, it's like when someone's poking you and calling you names. Carl's like that little kid at school who's getting bullied, and then his parents teach him a big speech to give to the bully, and then he thinks it's going to be this big moment where he's like, and I am better than you because I will stand up for myself. And meanwhile, the bully was just trying to get a rise out of you, so he looks at you after you make your speech, and he goes, faggot.
Great analogy.
And that's kind of what we do with Carl. It's actually kind of mean. Now that I say it out loud, what we do to Carl is a form of nerd bullying.
So remember, I have not talked about Aaron since he brought this up Monday morning. He's bringing this up again on Wednesday, but I'm the one who's obsessed with him.
Also, remember we're about a half hour, 45 minutes into his speech about how he doesn't spend any time on this.
Correct.
Carl is a form of nerd bullying. We just get him to crash out by saying all kinds of fucked up shit. And like, we think it's a work. We think it's just we're doing a show, right? This is Carl's whole life. He has nothing else. His wife is barren as a brick. She's 90 years old. There's no kids a-coming. He's done.
That's weird. Is that what you need to have a life? A wife who can get pregnant and kids around? Aaron's on the internet for 8 hours a day. But I'm the one with no life? I have to go to band practice after this. We got to wrap up soon. Because we got a wedding to play soon and a bunch of shows.
Like he's a biological dead end. So like being on the internet.
You have kids. You can't pay child support. They wanted to raise it $40 a month because of cost of living expenses. You went to court to push back and say, I can't afford $40 more a month for my children. And he's calling me out for not having kids? Wow.
Is all he has. So it's got to be torture for him while I'm sitting here fucking around going, let's see if we can get this guy to act like a retard. And then he goes, no, I'm going to act like a retard and defend my internet position. And then every time he does, we just go, we made that retard rage out about his internet position. Like
I don't have to do anything to make him act like a retard.
And again, who's this we?
I don't know. I have no idea. He thinks he has a team behind him.
The action itself is the win for the toe for me. I love it. Hulkamasha Baby says, last night we found out you're a race trader.
All right, then he goes into his stupid whatever he does on his show. Talks about how white people are better than other people or something. I don't know. It's good stuff. All right, anyway, that's the latest with Aaron. Aaron, have me on your show. I'm willing to come out anytime, as I've said. We'll see if that happens. Supertip.gg/WATP. Sarcastic Weedhead.
D's nuts. I got D's hoes drenching out her. You think I love D's hoes? Nah, black. I'm all about that motherfucking cash money. You better ask somebody. By the way, Carl, I was up bright and early for the Opester on Tuesday and sent you my appearance on his show. About to hit up SAG since I got a credit now. I'm rich by Och.
Well done. That's who I got this from. I did get something in my email. I don't know if I grabbed it or not. Let me look in a second. Cyberorganic says, wasn't he a huge fan of yours before the turn? Yes, he had me on the show. He interviewed me. He wanted to come on WATP. I said he'd come on sometime. He's like, oh, that's all I wanted. Pencil Necked says, Toe can't afford extra $50 a month for his kids. It's actually 40 that he fought against.
Well, Pencil Necked, if you guys would step it up a little bit with those Rumble rants, maybe.
Duke of One with a $20 super sticker. Thank you very much for that. Much appreciated. Little says, I love you, Carl, but you're lucky Aaron didn't mention that you eat poop and only male poo, no matter what species. Yeah, thank God he doesn't know about that. That'd be embarrassing, wouldn't it? His eyes would be like, we knew we didn't like this guy. Michael C. Carl watches Steel Toe and eats dung. God damn it.
That's how you cope.
That's how he's going to find out. Dan Varney, my man, Varney Army. Carl, this is only because of the toe. Hope you hit the goal and stop begging for money. Haha, love you, buddy. Yeah, I know. We're always begging for money over here. It's pathetic.
But if you make the goal, no show on Saturday.
Michael C. Doesn't Aaron have 2 cup holders? I'm not going there. Get a restraining order against me if I do that. All right, let's bring in our review girl, Megan, who's here. What's up, Megan?
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. I gave you 0 warning just now. I thought you looked ready.
Good thing I muted the TV.
Yeah, it is a good thing. You looked ready, so I brought you on. Annie cannot make it. She's out today. We're going to start off. You put together another gay thoughts for us.
I did.
All right, let's see what Megan put together.
Gay Thoughts by Aaron Imholte, who's totally not gay.
I have never had anything in my asshole or put anything in a man's asshole. I've never kissed a man. I've never made out with a man. I've never touched a man's dick. I know that there is a man out there who has very homosexual, homoerotic fantasies about me, and he needs them to get himself going. But I've never done anything.
Gay Thoughts by Aaron Imholte.
All right, well done. Another great gay thoughts by producer Chris and Megan. Thank you for putting that together. All right, we have a game to play. Let's get serious now.
Is it weird or is it gay? What will Aaron say today? Is it gay?
If you're not familiar, this is the game Is It Gay that Megan puts together for us each Wednesday. And the way we play this game is we watch Aaron talk about something ridiculous. We try to figure out if he's going to call it gay or not. And you get a point if you get it right. We do 5 rounds. Then in the final bonus round, it's worth 3 points. And the rules change a bit. We'll get to that when we get to that. Round 1.
What I love about Jasmine Crockett is she's got that Barack Obama fake street thing in her where, like, she's a Rhodes Scholar. She's a very highly educated woman. And when you see her give interviews in, like, professional settings, she goes, and I really want this country to do well, and I want to see it be successful. That's the most important thing. But you put her in front of a black audience or an audience where she feels like she has to be a certain way. And she's like, and I'm going to tell you right now with every weave on my head that we going to fuck this shit up, bitches. And like she turns all hood rat in the club.
Speak my language.
Is it gay to act hood when you're clearly not? Adam?
Of course it is.
Carl?
Yeah, that's gay.
Chris?
I have to agree, it's gay.
It's not her. It's put on. It's embarrassing. It's weird.
Oh.
Well, she was in front of that black.
Damn it. Megan got us with that one. Big fat goose egg for all of us on round one. Hopefully you people in the chat.
Andy would have gotten that.
Doing a better job. Andy definitely would have gotten that. She's kicking herself for not being available right now. All right, round two. Is it gay?
Maury Glover caught up with one of them to find out how he feels about the charges that he's facing. Maury?
Well, Cameron Kennedy says he's been an activist for a long time, so he wasn't surprised by the arrest. He says he'll fight the charges.
I heard a pounding on the door at 6 o'clock in the morning. I came to the door in just what you're seeing here. Holding the federal indictment.
You came to the door in salmon-colored capri pants.
Are salmon-colored capri pants gay? Chris?
You're setting us up. It's not gay.
Carl?
He laughs so hard it has to be gay. He only laughs at things that are gay. That was gay.
Adam?
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Holy shit. Dude, I can't even say gay. I don't even know. That's something else.
Something
even
else.
gay guys would be like, bro,
Something else.
He said gay, but I think Chris gets the point on that one.
I certainly do.
Son of a bitch. All right. Very good. I am 0 for 2. Adam and I are 0 for 2. Chris is in the lead. We're going to round 3.
I hate this game.
Is it gay?
But you are not an Andy Kaufman guy. A lot of these guys see one thing that these guys do and then go, oh, that's just like me. No. Andy Kaufman would work a guy like Alex. He would work him. Bill Hicks, same thing. Like all these comedians who do open mics, they want to just do Bill Hicks-esque shit right away. Bill Hicks started doing comedy when he was like 14, and he did all the basic hacky shit and worked up to where he was. So like James Franco is just, he's an Andy Kaufman guy. He wants to be avant-garde and different.
Is it gay to be an avant-garde actor? Adam?
Yeah.
Carl?
Gay.
Chris?
I got to agree with a gay actor.
All right.
And again, he's a gay theater cuck. So he wants people to watch this and go, oh my God, is James okay?
Are they talking about Adam in that? That's wildly offensive. All right, I think we all get the point.
He won't have me on. I tried.
I know.
I didn't put the part in where he was making fun of The Room either.
He made fun of The Room?
Yeah, he doesn't like that movie.
Oh, those are fighting words.
He thinks it's poor acting.
All right. Well, in that case, Aaron, I am going into the ring with you. Let's get this over with. All right. We are on to round 4.
There's a lot of questions about the conditions of the jail. There are a lot of questions about
Tyrone Ruffin sounds like a name a racist guy would make up for a black guy. Sheriff Ruffin.
Only you can prevent crime.
Staffing at the jail.
Does this make me look more white to the residents of this county? Because I'd really like them to stop calling me the N-word for this.
I'm disarming them with a hat.
Those are things that I do not have because I'm not over the jail. But as the investigation goes on, we will unfold those things and we will, as always, be transparent with the public.
The sheriff says...
I have to say something. I have zero confidence in that man.
Does Sheriff Ruffin sound gay? Chris?
No.
Carl?
Whoa, does he know something I don't know? He definitely sounded gay. Yes, gay.
Adam?
Was Forrest Gump gay? Yes, he was.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't think he can get it done?
He sounds like a boob.
Stuttering Stanley will figure it out.
That guy. I don't know exactly.
What the Producer Chris getting cheat sheets over here. What's going on?
I definitely said boob.
All right. Chris with another point. This is getting away from me on this round. I'm doing very poorly this game. Round 5. Here we go.
Baba Shab says you would fuck it. I wouldn't. You know what? Even Ellen Page, I never really found. She wasn't ugly. I didn't think Ellen Page was ugly, but she was very, plain Jane. And I think that was kind of the appeal. She had like a very Janine Garofalo kind of thing going on.
Is it gay to want to look like a plain Jane? Adam.
I don't think he likes women.
He doesn't.
Yeah, sure, it's gay. Whatever.
Carl.
Gay.
Chris.
I gotta say gay.
Where it was like, I think hot girls are fucking gay, and that was her whole thing.
All right. What are the scores right now? I didn't want to know. I'm embarrassed.
2-2-4.
All right. Producer Chris is in the lead. He's got 4 points. This final round is worth 3 points. So everyone's still in the game. Anyone's game. And this is a little different. We get multiple choice. There's 3 different choices Megan's going to give us. Figure out what Aaron's going to say next. Here's the setup.
Word. I was talking about this earlier today on the show. Why, as I get older, do I become more and more against race mixing?
Well, like some people would say, it's because you're slipping or you're becoming more senile. I personally go with it's called experience.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I look at white
lived experience. I've seen how it turns out.
I just look at white women who are that way, and they all seem trashy.
Aaron is not a fan of interracial relationships, at least not on television. What show do Aaron and SP watch where interracial love happens? 1, Bachelor in Paradise. 2, Love Island. Or 3, Millionaire Matchmaker. Adam.
Millionaire Matchmaker.
Carl.
Love Island.
Chris.
Shit, I think it's Love Island.
All right.
I'm not anti-Somalian. I've been living with him for a while, and I've decided it didn't go well. Excuse me.
But it is like, gets to the point where I'm watching Love Island with SP, and I'm like, I'm tapping out on this show. I can't handle the stress of one.
Yep. Producer Chris wins the game
I was
with
due.
a little Love Island. Congratulations, Chris, on your big victory. We're all really happy for you.
Me too.
All right, let's play an Opie or Burr game.
Howdy, friends. Welcome. Hello. Right, very good. I'm your host, Simon, from an enthusiastic crowd. Well, I know why you're here. Let's play a little Opie or Burr. Jesus. It's Bob Geldof. Oh, no. It's round 1. I binge watched The Penguin on HBO. I watched it, I think, in one day. I just sat in front of the TV. I was so into that show that I just binge watched the entire thing. Time to register those votes.
Wow. Who is binge watching? I think it's Bill Burr. What do you think, Adam?
I'm going with Burr.
Megan?
I feel like it would be Opie.
Producer Chris?
Burr.
All right. Megan's the lone Opie on binge watching The Penguin. Great show, by the way.
And here's the answer.
I binge watched The Penguin on HBO. I watched it, I think, in one day. I just sat in front of the TV. I was so into that show that I just binge watched the entire thing.
Loser. The point of life is round 2.
I forgot that Opie doesn't have a family around, so he can just binge watch shows where Bill probably can't. Good job, Megan.
There are days that my wife is on the phone for hours. 4 hours. With companies, insurance companies, and other companies. Hours. Just to try to figure out a little simple solution to a little problem we might have. Time to register those votes.
Producer Chris, what do you got?
I'm going Opie.
Megan?
Burr.
Adam?
Opie.
Opie doesn't have a wife. It's Bill Burr, everybody. Let's go.
And here's the answer.
There are days that my wife is on the phone for hours. 4 hours with companies, insurance companies, and other companies. Hours. Just to try to figure out a little simple solution to a little problem we might have.
Your wife sounds like a dumbass. Take the phone to your dead wife's hand for round 3. Is that okay if I push back a little bit? which means I fucking hate your point and I want to fucking strangle you. But they're too polite on cable news. Time to register those votes.
Adam, what do you got?
Bill Burr.
I'm also going Bill Burr. Megan?
Burr.
Producer Chris?
4 Bs.
And here's the answer.
Is that okay if I push back a little bit? Which means I fucking hate your point and I want to fucking strangle you, but they're too polite on cable news.
If you don't scream, I can't get hard. Round 4 only watches HLN. He was just like somebody's grandmother was coming out. And that was the night I was just like, wait a minute. She's cooking? Fuck this. Time to register those votes.
I don't fucking know. Megan, what do you got?
I feel like I spaced out, but I'll go with Opie.
Okay, Producer Chris?
I just think we're due for a Burr, so I'm going Burr.
Yeah, I'm going Burr too. Adam, what do you got?
Burr.
All right.
And here's the answer.
It was just like somebody's grandmother
Finally.
was coming
No
out.
shit.
And that was the night I was just like, wait a minute. She's cooking? Fuck this.
I'm putting my dick right in that salad. Pick the hair out of your soup. It's round 5.
All right, we're going into round 5. What are the? I don't even want to know. What are the scores?
You got 1. Adam's got 2. I got 2. Megan's got 1.
Holy shit, Simon, you're crushing us.
I know.
All right, let's go.
Beautiful. Blue skies. The sun is out, and there's no breeze. And that's when you get eaten alive. Cause the bugs are like, oh, no breeze today? Fuck these people. Time to register those votes.
I'm going to go Opie because he lives on the beach. I don't know. Producer Chris, what do you got?
That was my logic.
Megan?
Sure, Opie.
Adam Bush.
Opie.
All right, we're going Opie. Well, I'm not going to win then.
And here's the answer.
Beautiful blue skies. The sun is out. And there's no breeze. And that's when you get eaten alive. Because the bugs are like, oh, no breeze today. Fuck these people.
Opie made me laugh. He did it. Opie made me laugh. Nobody cares about this week's winner. I'm your host, Simon, and I hope you enjoyed Opie's first funny joke. Be here next week. Goodbye.
Thank you, Simon. That's true. No one cares. This week sucked. We all sucked. Simon's the winner this week.
Simon is the winner.
Who tied for first there?
Me and Adam.
All right. Congratulations, you guys. It's so neat. We're also proud of you.
I'm glad you're not bitter.
Yeah.
Anonymous coming in.
So you talking shit about the room, Aaron, but you won't debate me. I think you're just a chicken. Cheap, cheap, cheap.
Cheap, 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 cheap. Good call. Jack James, you guys rule. Fuck yeah, we do. It's worth more than $1.99. I'm going to turn to that Opie.
You are.
Yeah. Then we have what, $37? Megan, any new comments coming in on our Spotify episodes?
There certainly are.
Okay.
So from episode 742, Ramo said, Jerry Banfield was such a breath of fresh air with his manic positivity, but it's starting to get sad. At least we can count on AI to tell him not to off himself.
That's true. We can
At
count
least
on
not
AI
yet.
to like give him advice like, nah, you'll get there, buddy. Yeah. It's going to happen.
And what else? I have Brian Harmer saying, I think Chad's mumbo jumbo message is laying the groundwork for his defending himself, eventual accusations of misallocating funds raised for his special.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm sure we'll cover this on Devilverse Live tomorrow. But speaking of Chad, he called up the comedy club of the voicemail for Mark. Did you hear that?
No.
Jeez, what a fucking lunatic. Anyway, Chad's great. What else we got, Megan?
I have a couple from episode 743. I'll take bad audio and Jenny Jingles or any classic co-host over having to listen about Steel Toe and having Moody. What an unfunny fuck that guy is.
Oh, come on. Moody barely even spoke.
I mean,
until he
he's
was
not
speaking
there to
way
be
too much.
funny.
Yeah, until he was telling us way too much stuff.
Thank God.
Other than that,
I feel like I've known Moody too long to like.
nah, he's great. We love Moody.
He's great. And then I have some guy in New Hampshire saying, Buck Brennan is the real badass. I'm going to snipe your show, but only on the platform that allows it. It's like I'm going to pimp out a bunch of chunky twos, but only in Nevada.
That's an interesting analogy. I kind of dig that. That's very funny. I have this fucking noisemaker. Is that all the comments you want to read?
Yes.
Keep the comments coming on Spotify. If you're listening to the show on Spotify, you can comment on individual episodes. Megan will read them, especially if you say how hot she is. We have some voicemails. And anything to plug before I get to voicemails?
Oh, yeah, really fast. I was over at the Celebrity Center looking up that thing that Kevin uses, that sound maker, and I was excited to learn that it is a Grogger, which comes from the Jewish holiday of Purim. And whenever you mention the evil name of Haman, Jews use the Grogger to ward him away. So to you, Kevin Brennan, Chag Sameach.
Is that Scientologyism?
The Jew thing.
All right. We have some voicemails. Of course, our buddy Gary in San Diego.
It's a bunch of crap. Swing and a miss. Rock and rolla.
Oh, you know what? Before I get to the voicemails, I got a note from someone on Patreon. Says, I'm fascinated by the covers better than originals topic. I called in the voicemail this week and gave you Landslide by Corgan and Blinded by Manfred Mann. I think you disagreed with Landslide by Billy over Nick's, and I get it. But for me, something about how Billy did that by himself in the studio apartment with the L train running by is magical. I know Billy is controversial, and I kind of know he's a douche, but I think it's a home run. I'm a big fan of Billy Corgan. I was in a band in high school. We covered lots of Smashing Pumpkins. Not the point. Anyway, he says, I hope you continue this bit. Like the San Francisco, I was just hit by a guy listening to WATP bit because I think there's a lot there. Secondary mentions Lemonhead's Mrs. Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
You can't beat the original Simon and Garfunkel rule, but I am a big Lemonheads fan. And a weird one, Aerosmith Come Together. Bullshit. Aerosmith Come Together fucking sucks balls. And how dare you? Have I ever heard a Beatles cover that I liked better than the original Beatles song? I don't think so. How about that for a voicemail topic?
Brad Meldau has a Blackbird. He's a jazz piano player.
Oh, I might. Oh, you know what? I think I have heard that.
Frizzell has the Lennon album also. Mm-hmm. But I thought of mine. It's only been a few weeks for me to think about.
Okay, what do you got?
Gary Hoey's Hocus Pocus.
Yes! Correct! Way better than the original, although I do like the yodeling.
No, you don't.
I do. But Gary Hoey crushes on that song. All right, good call.
Phew.
Hocus Pocus by Focus.
Yes.
All right, so this is about Jerry Banfield, and I feel like this hasn't been touched on entirely. So with the whole him not being able to land women and having all those bad first dates, I don't think it's just about Googling him, as you guys say, or anything like that. Could you imagine sitting across the table from this psychopath your first time meeting him, and he won't stop talking about random bullshit for 40 whole minutes? He doesn't even fucking breathe when he talks almost. How many people could really sit there and endure that? I know women like to talk a lot, but dude, this guy's a whole new level. Sometimes, a bit of silence is fine.
So we were talking about Moody on WATP, which was kind of a crossover with This Little Piggy. Moody's a co-host on that show.
Hey, Carl. Mike in Florida. Can you please not allow Moody on the main show ever again? The dude drones on, and his accent is awful. Yeah, he sucks. Don't let him on here again. Keep him on the Piggy where we can ignore him. Thanks.
All right.
Don't call me back.
Fair enough. Not everyone's a fan of Moody. I get it. People are talking about some weird shit on here.
Hey, Adam and Chris, do you guys remember when we were in Boston and Carl kept saying the Airbnb was like this green thing and we shouldn't be flushing all the time, and then he'd kind of be lurking outside the bathroom when we were in there? Do you guys think he was going in there eating our poop?
That's Ted Burt, I believe, who's saying that I was eating your guys' poop when we were hanging at the Airbnb in Boston, which is not true. I don't like it when it gets, mixed up with the toilet paper.
No, I knew when he said the toilets don't flush that it was ridiculous.
Don't even try, guys. Don't even try.
Bullshit.
Carl, of course you do all the prep. That's the only way you can handle the onslaught of AIDS from all the unprotected gay sex from the Ooga Boogas in your town.
All right. Wow. My gay sex is very protected, sir. How dare you?
Hey, Carl and company. Jim from Michigan. First time. Just, you guys were talking about the magic mushrooms the other day. Just a quick heads up. When you come here in October, if you go to Ann Arbor, there are stores that sell freeze-dried and packaged psychedelic mushrooms in relatively cheap.
Okay.
So if anybody is interested, they can haul out there near Michigan Stadium. See it.
Duly noted.
I am interested.
Hey, Carl, at the end of 742, you bring up Doug wanted to review a podcast. How are you saying no, dude? That's literally your fucking job. Like, I mean, I guess all these, like, 40-year-old Gen X lol cows that you like are fine or whatever. I don't really like it. I like the original format, you know, shitting on other retards. But, like, talk about the poop eating show. That'd be funny. Or I would enjoy that at least, you know. I like the poop talk. I'm also German, so.
I'm also German. Jesus Christ, what is going on right now? I don't understand what this guy's talking about.
Do what you love.
Holy shit, this message is for WATP. My mind's kind of rattled right now listening to KB and Chad talk about you, Carl. I don't know if you're noble or a scumbag for paying for another guy's abortion with your girlfriend. If you could please let us know which one you are, that would be greatly appreciated. All right.
That was hilarious. I think we played that on the show, right? Where Chad's like, yeah, Carl's girlfriend in high school had an abortion. And Kevin goes, no, Carl's never had sex with a girl. He's gay. Chad's like, oh, okay, my bad. It's very funny. He might have paid for it, but he didn't do it. Ronnie in Syracuse calling it.
Hey, Carl, Ronnie in Syracuse. Love you, love the show. I'm getting so sick and tired of Opie talking about FU Friday. First it was Cheers. Then it was Go Screw. Now it's FU Friday. Can't the guy do anything that's original ever? It's so ridiculous. Look at Anthony. He does an outstanding show on WABC radio, and Opie is still sitting all over Ron like he's homeless with a cake. Don't call me back.
Okay, I won't. Thank you for the call. Adam, this one's for you.
Yo, Carl, I got to be honest. I've never understood the hate for Adam Bush. A great member of the team. I've always thought he was funny. But I've been hearing a lot of people ragging on how he's not funny. Sometimes even you, Carl. It's very shameful. But this most recent episode he was on, he is just killing it with the funny. Adam Bush, keep it up. Let's go!
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Look at Adam. He's all excited now. He's rejuvenated. He's like, let's do another show.
I was waiting for something back.
We got another 3 hours, right? Let's go.
I'm ready to go.
This is for Carl. Hey, it's Brock from Alaska.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what did happen to Croge?
I killed him.
Adam Bush says he misses him. I miss him. He has been on a long time. Also, Croge leaves, and we never hear from the Bukkake Queen again.
Mm-hmm.
Coincidence?
Nope.
I think not. Hi, producer Chris. Hey, Lucy. Fuck you, Carl. Call me back.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks for the call. I actually have to run because I'm going to go see Croge and hang out with him at band practice. We have to learn a bunch of Elvis songs, which I'm not happy about. Did you see Chris's response right there? These songs are fucking ruining my life.
I don't feel good.
Yeah, I can't make it.
I gotta go. Bye. I gotta go.
Okay, bye.